Welcome back to the Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. And just like that, his microphone works perfect first try. How's it going? It is September 25th, 2025. Ooh, 2525252525. Hopefully you're well. You might notice the lighting is better. Isn't that nice? I got a nice new light. Shout out to the folks who support the channel so we can invest in this. And not only is the light nicer, I think, but I can put the gain on the camera down so it's less noisy. That's good. That's a little thing I'll appreciate. How's everyone doing? We are just a couple weeks away from the World Championship. So that's cool. Maybe like 3 weeks, it seems. There's a big tournament this weekend. Hopefully you're watching. I'm assuming you're going to check it out or you're playing. One of the two can happen. We'll talk a bit more about that later. But there's going to be a lot of organized play this weekend. We went out to a GNK on Tuesday, which is quite nice. And we are still deep in the tank to try and figure out what's going on in this meta. And today we're going to play DECKLISTS of the week. We're going to build a thing. Hopefully you're well. It's a grid. I'm expecting spiders IRL. Yeah, we put spiders in this one. We'll figure it out. How you doing, Laura? It's the first boss of FF7. The only Final Fantasy game that I've ever played, and technically the only Final Fantasy game that I've enjoyed, is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. And then Grimoire A2. Those were good. Countdown to Worlds. Can't wait to meet so many people. It's such a wild flight, Tom. Excited to see you there. Why do we have spiders? I want to try some Jinteki Glacier, and I think that's where we put the spiders in it. I don't think it's pretty good. Like, I think thinking about it, it doesn't make... So, like, the meta changed. We banned some cards, and then it seems like we made Runner stronger. And so the idea of, like, revisiting Jinteki Glacier, or more accurately, like, playing A Teia, or P2 Tien doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm assuming it's going to be worse. I don't know what would change to make those decks better. And I don't know. I feel like the ban list didn't really open up Corpse side. We're going to get to that dooming in a bit, I guess. Are you adding CC to the list of the week? Zelda, I thought there would be CC in there. Why are we playing Aniccam Lat before Creative Commission ban? Weird. I had no idea. Whose list is this? Probably said Lat at the top. It doesn't. It probably says Lunari's. This is Lunari's list. Lunari posted this before the ban list? So this just doesn't have creative in it? Yeah, like, it probably should be better. I'm all here for Jay Glacier. Okay, I'm out of PTU. I think we might just play Jay Glacier. I think there's a chance. It's always like a fun thing to, like, you know, pick back up. And there's good ways to do it. Hey, Solomir, Tactics is goated. What do you said, advanced? Yeah, I played the advanced one on Game Boy. I never, like, had a PlayStation 1. How's it going, by the way? I played one of them on an emulator, so I had a speed up key, which was super important. A Teia was a lot of fun yesterday at locals. Eric died to table snares twice. I don't think, how's it going, by the way, Joel? I don't think I fully embraced, like, table tempo damage A Teia. It feels really high variance to me, and to some extent, if you know your opponent, you can tell what they can read, and it feels like, once again, high variance. But I think I've had the pleasure of playing a couple times against Bushi, and Bushi's always playing that. Was doing really well at the last major tournament too. At Cons, it was doing really well at Worlds too last year. But just the A Teia that puts damage on the table and plays Blood in the Water, which, like, I don't know if I fully understand that deck. I feel like losing Data Loop was probably not good for it, but that was probably the case last Worlds. Did we have Data Loop last Worlds? I don't know if we did. We'll try something out for sure. But yeah, I'm excited to play. I feel like a lot of people are playing Aniccam Shaper, which it just kind of feels good. I think a lot of people are happy to play, like, event-based Shaper, and I do think the deck is back. I think trying to figure out how you're going to win off of, you know, multi-axis, that's the harder part. So, like, 3 Jailbreak makes a lot of sense. That's nice. Single Cataloger to close the game out, that can also make sense as well. But trying to figure out how to see more cards is the hard thing. Compilation makes a lot of sense, of course, in Shaper. But yeah, just 20 events. How bad can it be? Hey, Kat, how are you doing? I'm scared of spiders. I think there's a chance there won't be actual any spiders in it. It'll just be, like, a bad Anansi. You know how it goes. Did we have Data Loop last Worlds? I feel like... Did we? Yeah, we must have. Because FFG rotated out at elevation, right? Was it Bushi deck list? Yeah, that makes sense. I did lose once to Mitosis PTU that had 3 Fujis open on the table. You know, like, PTU is meant to be that sort of, you know, shell game identity. And I think I'm lucky enough to never seen it. But you know what? I honestly believe if you want to play shell game and, like, Mitosis cards on the table, you're probably still, at least pre-Sting, better off playing Alco. Because that deck wants free card draw. It wants to poison archives. It wants to do all this sort of stuff that, like, you just kind of do. I think someone left a comment on the last ban list video talking about, like, how Jinteki without Sting is, like, really hard to play Jinteki without Sting. And now I'm realizing there's only one damage Jinteki identity in all the standard, right? all the other Jintekis don't inherently care about damage. Like if Sting was legal, would I play it in any other identity? And my answer is probably not. Like it's weird. I've always said that Jinteki just cares about net damage, and I need to make the identity. The faction should be bigger than that. I guess that's kind of not right, but kind of true. I can't tell. Yay, Ren, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're well. I don't know what, but I ran into 4 out of 10 Urtica users today. That also just might be JNet casual. That happens. Hey, Lucy, how's it going? I'm worried that Alco plays Urtica and bites for counters now. I think bite will show up a bit more. Urtica, just to put it on the table, like can make some sense. And I think that deck could move like to Reaper function. I think without what's it called, touch-ups, the complete image cheese line is a bit harder to do. But I could see you going like horizontal and setting up Reaper, and then doing some sort of burst damage. I don't know fully what it would look like, but I do think you need to put a touch more damage into your Alco deck. I also think some people are playing like full scoring Alco with like 3 moon pools, 3 2s, and that's probably okay. And do some incidental damage, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, I guess I'll just stay this here. We'll come back to this. But this weekend, we're going to learn a lot about the meta because there is the Online World Showdown 2025, the Man of the Moon that Abraham is running. There's like 170 plus players from my understanding. If you want to get involved, it's an online tournament. Abraham's been doing some great online tournaments, some massive ones too. I think this paragraph at the beginning says like, this is a great place to start if you've never played an online tournament before. There's even a bonus prize if you've never played an online showdown before. So they're very approachable if you want to make this your first tournament and hang out on a Saturday. It's the new ban list, as much as the new ban list isn't like technically standard competitive legal, but this is like a community tournament, so you can do whatever you want. But it's gonna be a lot of people. The prize support's like killer. There's a lot of it. Abraham runs a website, Netrunner Cards, which you might be familiar with, which is a place to go get organized play prize support. And so a bunch of it's like stuff we haven't seen before. A lot of this is from artists in the community you might be aware of. But this is going to be Saturday and Sunday. Some really, really cool stuff. This Mostly Hot is pretty rad. This Teleware contract, you can't see all of it. I think it's also really, really nice. The LSR Phoenix is great. There's like the stained glass Unity. Really great stuff, of course, all over the place. And again, look at this players going. And this is only probably like 60% of the players. It's pretty wild. This will be streamed. If you also just want to watch, whether you're playing or not, this will be streamed. Axu is going to be streaming a fair bit of it. It looks like I'm going to be streaming part of it too. So it'll probably be the later half of the day while it gets too late in Axu land. So if you want to drop by here on Saturday and maybe Sunday night, we'll be streaming parts of it as well. So I'll be doing commentary regardless, but I'll be joining on the weekend. And if you're playing out there, good luck, have fun. How does Abraham keep doing it? I don't know. It seems like a fun thing to do. And I think it's really great that these tournaments are run like that. Jay, I've been catching up on some streams, and the stream where you had Axu in person talking about like Australian food culture for a bit was really, really, really good. I'm almost done. I'm playing at work on a second monitor. It's really great. RH might play Sting to poison archives instead of Regenesis, but realistically it's worse than just being on 6-3. I think that's what I've seen so far is like the conventional wisdom is just like play Glacier. I'm in the camp that you could probably play Proprio Negation and just play like mid-range Glacier to hard Glacier and not just have to run as few agendas as you can. That might be better outside of an 18-point agenda deck. I'm not 100% sure, but having to score 3-5-3 seems like a lot of work too. I don't honestly know. I think you need to force interaction this meta, no matter what corp you play, no punish, no interaction. Also like Shaper. I think Shaper, if you don't make them do anything, these sort of like event Shaper decks, they make a lot of money just sitting back and doing nothing, right? And that's kind of difficult. We'll see what we need. I think also like, man, I'm so unsure about what to think about twinning in the modern meta, because it's obviously one of the most powerful cards, but it feels like every deck that I'm running into is like scape netting my twinning. So I don't want to play twinning anymore. Twinning is also like kind of a really unfair card. Like charging multi-axis while not interacting is really weird the more that you think about it. I don't know, but it's like not something I want to count on. This weekend on Tuesday at GNK, I played Stargate and had such a fun time. I was playing Dolls, and like Dolls is not taking up that much MU for your whole breaker suite, so you have the MU for Stargate. And that was actually really, really nice. I missed playing Stargate, and I did lose my twinning to ScapeNet and felt okay about it. So we'll see. Excited to see if everyone else meta reads are the same as mine. I wonder what yours are, Lucy. But this is also the strange thing is like, this always happens, is this is a good place to go get testing. But I think a lot of people are going to keep their cards kind of close to their chest, where they're not going to run the deck that they want to run for Worlds. They're going to do like scouting. They're going to play something that makes sense. They're going to try something maybe they're on the cusp of considering. But I feel like a lot of testing groups won't run their like grade A first order optimal game plan here. And then they'll use this to collect data, but the data is super skewed because everyone's doing the same thing that they're doing. So it's interesting, but like, I don't know. I feel like I would be very surprised if the meta that develops here on the weekend mimics or mirrors the meta that's at Worlds. Because I think there's too long. People are going to switch pretty drastically. I think this is going to show decks that perform. And so there's going to be a bunch of people that will have that as their comfort pick. So if you're coming to Worlds and be like, oh, there was a cool Sable deck I saw at the showdown, you can play that and it'll probably be good. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be secret stuff popping out. I don't 100% know. I wish it wasn't starting at 1 a.m. Australian time. Oh, yeah, that's not going to help. Sorry, Tom. I'll be doing a pre-event stream on both days. Pre-event Hades 2 stream. Hey, Alec, how's it going? Prop is correct now, or just play 2 twinnings? Prop as in Proprio Negation. I have a Proprio Negation A Teia that's pretty fun. That's the thing, like maybe we'll play A Teia today. I'm just super worried about being run down in centrals. Like, good stuff criminal is still everywhere. I don't know how we don't get run down on centrals harder than we did before. You play more 20 to counter Scapenet, what Daria said. I mean, I'd rather play 121 Stargate and call that a day. I feel like between not having to spend influence on Scapenet and it being the 4th best deck before the ban list and not hit by bans, Elio is probably just correct to play. I think Elio's pretty good. I think Elio will do really well. I think runners are going to tech more for Elio for Worlds and this event than they have classically. I think there's no way around that. I think Elio's a deck to beat, and like you have to have conversations about how your deck deals with Elio. Going to stuff like Continentals, I think that was on the margin of considerations, but I think we're at the point where like if you don't have a good game plan into Elio, I would not bring the runner deck that you're playing. It's the scout. What you see won't be there. That's it. You want to look at the quiet in between the lines. Whatever is not there is what should be played. I had to pick between the events and locals. I picked locals because they already hired a babysitter, which should be sick to watch later. Good luck all. Yeah, it's still fun, even if you're not watching live. Hopefully you have a good time at locals. I submit that you should be pronouncing Hades as a single syllable. Hades. You think it's Hades? I feel like last year's tournament at this time was close enough. I don't remember what happened last year's tournament. Do you remember? I put a direct access in my deck and it still loses to Elio. I mean, I'm like kind of a direct access believer, but I think that's a hard hill to convince. It's good into Bangoon, so you got that covered. Few new decks showed up, but there are a lot of top decks were still there. Yeah, I do think, was the meta really shooken up? I don't 100% remember whether the meta was like really shooken up between Continentals and Worlds last year. We probably did get a ban list. I don't know if it was super impactful. The arms race of unplayed Ashes cards, first Scapenet, then direct access. I mean, we had all the pieces the whole time. If we only knew what we knew back then. Speaking of that, let's put Creative Commission into this, right? The Aniccam Merchant, first a Whimsy G&K, we are so back. Summary standard ban list changes, Creative Commission unbanned, good screenshot. Cool, this is Lat. Lat's really fun to play. I think Lat gets a better rep, but Lat is very interesting to play. There's some things I don't totally get about this deck. I don't know why we're on the Coalescence package. I guess with Simulchip, it's pretty good. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. It's just like a sure gamble at some point. And we do have one spec work. But this feels like a card we could probably cut. Maybe I'm underestimating how good this is, but I'm assuming with things like Gauss, we want to like Simulchip back Gauss, Propeller, Revolver, and Copulation, even Pelongi sooner than we want to bring back the Coalescence. So I don't know about this, but we got to try it, that's for sure. I think a Singleton Burner as a starting point is like really, really good in the Shaper meta right now. I'm not saying a Shaper meta, but like what Shaper's looking like. I think that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. That helps a lot. Clean Getaway seeing more play than that sort of like, I don't know what to do, my influence bravado, and that's great. It lined up really good against the assets meta, and now it's, you know, we still have Creative Commission. Remove Spec Work and Cull for 3CC. That's probably what I'll try. I think I will do that. I think I like that a fair bit better. We technically lose a bit of card draw, but I don't know how inconsistent this is. But I think that's an easy way to free up 3 slots. Andre likes boring ideas confirmed. I mean, I like Hoshiko a lot. Hoshiko makes me plan my turn. I like that. And I like that Lat makes you plan your turn. It's not super flashy. Like, it doesn't look really cool as a spectator, but as the player of the game and as the corporation, specifically if the hand size matters in the matchup, I think it's a fascinating thing that's up to like commentators to make you excited about, because it really doesn't matter. Yo, Wenjong, how's it looking in the world of Creative Commission Shaper? Hey, David, first Thursday in forever. It's been a while I've been able to catch. Aloha. How are you doing, David? Hopefully you're well. Hoshiko's fun, though. I played Hoshiko. It was cool. Aid sounds so wrong. It was the World Tree ban. Yeah, okay. But the World Tree ban was like expected. I think a lot of people like kind of refused to practice World Tree for Worlds with the assumption it would be banned. At least I remember that narrative. We have 3 SMCs. I feel like it's been a while since I see a 3 in SMC deck. Let's give this a shot. Cool. Hoshiko's more boring than Lat. Yes, Hoshiko's much more boring than Lat. Unless you're flipping in and out every other turn. And then you're kind of cool again. But it is much more boring than Lat. I think the Enter card pool is also much more boring than Lat. And that's because it's like put down your drip economy and then get your twinning down and then like get your fermenter, pop it every like 4 or 5 turns. It is much more boring than Lat. I'll give you that. We have so much influence now to spend. We've seen every runner win con in Lat now. Fusion was talking about putting a Stargate in Shaper, and I almost want to do it. As long as you have the MU to support it, which like, I don't know Aniccam if you do. If you're playing Lily Pad and you have 2 MU, maybe. This deck's not running like DZ, MZs. Let's get rid of this. Let's just play 3 creative. Wow, 22 events. Took me far longer to find the changes, not the 2 lists. Sorry? Things are well. How's Montreal? Montreal's good. It's getting colder, which is nice. We've been good. It's like quieter now. Cons is over. The new job is settled in. The studio is set up. I'm trying to get onto a consistent schedule. We have like travel for Worlds in a couple weeks, so that's going to be busy again. But it's nice. It's a really nice time. Hopefully things are well on your side too. I don't know. People call the lab minigame boring. It seems super interesting. I think it is super interesting. Stargate and Burner never touch a card in Centrals. I mean, sometimes you want to touch cards, but I hear you. How's it going, by the way? It's good to see you on, always a treat on Tuesday. All right, what's Lucy? What's she up to? Thanks, you too. All right, so there's a lot of ops out there. I don't exactly know what modern op is. I played some op on Tuesday. I did some like combo op stuff. It was okay. Lucy on 49 cards. We lost Cybersand Harvester. So this still could be like HB efficiency. This could be a kill op. I think there's a lot of ways you want to do it. I don't like this hand at all. Overclocking to SMC is a play. I think we just want a hard mulligan for like events, but Aniccam. We have 3 Aniccam. Some people believe in that. This is perfect. There's many ways we can play this depending on how many cards in hand. The lab minigame is very fun. Sometimes I forget it and by some miracle end up with the right number of cards. That's why like a Madani is really cool. Okay, so we don't have to do anything. We want to end up on 3 cards. Welcome to the lab minigame. It's really, really fun. Stargate plus Burner, the worst way to trash 1 card from HQ. I mean, but boy, do you get information the whole time. All right, thinking. So we want to get 3 cards in hand. There's no way that she can do a trick here. We have to watch out to some extent from like Hafren Stavka, but we're pretty resilient to it with like Plongi, let alone Shaper. So we could do like Ritual Aniccam. So we go up 5, we go to 7, 6, 5, 4. That's no good. So like honestly, it might just we might do like Aniccam Plongi creative. Wait, this is kind of cursed. I think we just play the Ritual and don't get the draw this turn. We also could do Aniccam Ritual, but then we end up drawing 4 cards, which is not super necessary. So we do Aniccam. If we do Ritual first, we could draw a gamble. What are you meant to do with this hand? I honestly don't know. Because if we just do Aniccam, credit, creative, which is like kind of slow, we end up drawing on the Aniccam, which is pretty bad. Creative Commission, Aniccam, creative. I refuse to play Creative Commission on click 1 or 2. Unless you need to. Aniccam Plongi, yeah, that's the thing, but I don't love to pre-install the Plongi because I'm assuming this matchup either is on Virus or Slap. But that is a way to get down to 3s. We install this garbage card, we Creative Commission, and then we Ritual next turn. Yeah, maybe that's fine because we have an empty hand. I just don't love this. Like, this is going to be a liability into the matchup. Yeah. Yeah, Ritual for after Aniccam's good, and that's a good reason that we want to dump our hand here. Is that we can Ritual for 4. We'll see what she does. Did she mull? This doesn't look like a great start. She kept. Huh. Ob and Alka are some of the hardest matchups in closed deck lists because there could be so many different decks. The more that you plugged into the meta, the faster that it becomes obvious what you're playing against. Like generally you find 1 card in the op deck and you know what it is. Like if they play Humanoid, you know what it is. If they play Foot or they pull out a Bladderwort, you know what it is. Alco is a bit trickier. If you find like a predictive planogram, you find obviously an Oppo Research, you know what it is. You find a Shitter, an Endolion that opens things up on Mindscaping. Otherwise, yeah, You see a Managarm, you're more likely to think it's playing things like the Code Gate. All right, well, we can just let this happen, I think. Whoa, rigging up with this hand, huh? So we don't have much to do. 3 cards, that's actually really awkward. We'll never get to 3 cards. It's literally impossible. We don't have access to any breakers, so we can do Stone Chip. The Simul Chip is like, whatever. Stone Chip. Oh, we could if we rigging up the Simul Chip, but I don't want to do that. Unless Stone Chip, rigging up Simul Chip, and then install hit create a commission allows us to draw a card. Is this rigging up worth it at this point? It saves the credit and draws a card. I mean, that's so funny. We've already installed our Aniccam. Otherwise, like, rigging up was better with the Cult Essence, but none of our breakers are that expensive, and I think we're going to more likely SMC them out. So I'm just going to rigging up this Simul Chip. Could be a Spin Doctor. We could respond with the Stone Chip. Please don't rig the chip. No, for sure I am. 100% I am. Hey, Evan, good morning. Cool. F. Give me an SMC. We'll build a whole rig so quickly. All right, not res, so it's not an Antil. Let's see if it's a humanoid. It's not a humanoid. My guess is an upgrade. We're extracting an unresed card, so why wouldn't we want to res that card? Huh? 5 in hand. We don't have to do much here. We can just like shape her menacingly. We actually could have cracked Stone Chip there. We have another one, so I'm more likely to crack this one. Because it still could be kill. Oh boy. Like, I hate to install the Gauss. I guess we can Simul Chip flicker it, but like, what else are we meant to do with this hand? We could Gauss Jailbreak HQ, which I don't mind. Because we're going to get through this almost guaranteed. Yeah, I'll do that. Unless it's a Code Gate that purges. Mask, nice. We're in. Ringing up for extra cataloger charge, I imagine, or turning coal into bigger money. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it gives you a counter. Yeah, you're right. Mask. Nano. Okay, so I think this has to be like mutually assured destruction op if they're playing, if she's playing Nano. So that means we cannot give her a lot of money. We cannot let her res a lot of stuff. Burn will be really good at the matchup. So we play Sure Gamble. We draw a card with Aniccam. Burn is really important if we bottom the Nano. That's good. But yeah, this looks like it's probably mad combo. If we have 2 Stone Chips, we can't get mad comboed. Yeah, save those Stone Chips. Yeah, that was a good one. Sheer Gamble draws a card. Otherwise, we can install Stone Chip, throw out an Overclock. That's also kind of fine. Oh no, we already played an event. No, this is fine. I wonder if we need jailbreaks. I like the Overclocks more. Cool. Yeah, I forgot we already drew on Aniccam. I really wish Jaina had like a tap or something. Spin? Bottom of the Nano is fine. R&D's gonna get shuffled a lot. Yeah, sure, but it's so much harder to find the one of in the deck because the deck usually plays 1 Nano management if this is like mutually assured destruction op. Hey, Maddie. Cool, a fan has come in. 1 second. Excellent. Gets really warm in here, so I have a fan. Just let me know if it picks up on the microphone because last time I gave Pat the fan, it was like really loud. All right, what'd she do? Extract, install that. Is the audio still good? So we can go through here. If it's a mask, we get through. We almost get through no matter what. I think we're just gonna clean getaway. Can't hear it? Perfect. We can clean getaway the remote. I'm pretty sure. Running HQ is 4 credits. That's not great. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The only thing we can't easily deal with is a Code Gate. Specifically if it's a Fly Swatter. If it's a Stavka, we just let it fire. The combo's like 14, 15 credits. Spin? Okay, that's fine. So now we really wanted to jailbreak HQ, but we threw out our jailbreak. Run's still successful because there's an iced server there. So I think we're pretty comfortable just doing, well, she has 7 cards in hand. Potential this burner, I'm going to wait for her to set up the combo a bit more. So like for this to be a problem, she needs more than 1 resed card. So we can wait until she thinks she has it and then we burn her now. She's gone through 1.5 Spin Doctors. So I don't think we need to. We're not going to get Lat this turn. So I think we can just do draw, install. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, we can do draw, install. We go 8, we install, we go down to 7. No, we just do. Wait, what? Yeah, I think we just install one stone chip and we click for a credit, I guess. I could see us drawing. Draw stone chip, pop stone chip to mesh hand. It's not worth it. This deck is a combo deck that's trying to do 8 damage to us in a single turn. So as long as we have double stone chip, we literally cannot die. And so we don't really have to keep up the speed to mesh lat this turn. All we have to do is not die. It's really, really hard if this is the deck we think it is. If it's like full fast advance, okay. But what's the combo? So the Jinxie, how's it going? So the combo is she needs to play a nano management. She has 4 clicks. Then she plays mutually assured destruction, giving us tags. And then ideally she trashes something to get something that gives her clicks back, like a Bast Chiraboga or Wage Workers. And then she can do end the line usually. Something like that. We'll see. It's been around in the game for a long time. We can check server 1 again. Cup's good. She didn't res last time. She's in 14. We could do cup run the remote. Could be another spin. I think it's kind of hard for her to win as long as we don't die. Tree line. Okay, that's annoying because we have to pay like 5 credits. We could just bounce and stone overclock back in. It's probably a bit better for us. You only need 1 stone chip to survive the combo unless somehow she's exactly at 4 combo cards in hand. Yeah, if we get lat, we're at 6, 7, 8. That's for sure. If we're not a lat, we need double stone chip. So this can give her a credit. The card behind here I don't think is super important. But again, if we want to break it, it's pretty expensive. We have to boost twice. Flicker Gauss, we could. I don't know if we want to. It saves 4 credits. Maybe it's worth it. I'm worried about a Stavka blowout. I just don't know if this card's super important. Yeah, the thing with the overclock is we get the drawback. I think I'd rather just overclock this and then use the overclock that way. I don't know. I'm being a bit pressured with the Simul chip with another one in hand, but this like matches hand size, which is nice. It also gives us a credit back. Oh no, it uses all the credits. Yeah. This is fine. It's a Bass. Okay. So we host this. That's really interesting because she won't have it. It's a bit cheaper, but this like keeps her off this part of the combo. So it does look like it is what it is. So if this is, I think we just host it. The other cards you can grab are like End the Line or Mutually Assured Destruction, but those are usually multiples. This is the single in the deck. The nano management is probably the best thing to cup. I think we might just simul chip for the nano. If we simul chip the nano, we win. Ooh, Telework's good. I don't even think you need to do anything. Install 2 stone chip and click for 4 all day. Yeah, then she has to push in the remote server. I think you're right about that. If we install 2 stone chip, I think if you install 2 stone chip, what she has to do is like set up a lot extra clicks where she gives us enough tags we can't remove and then spends a turn clearing the stone chips. Okay, HQ upgrade. I don't think we care about that, but it could be just about anything. She just needs to be able to res it to trash it. So like Angelique is a card. 5 in hand. Not much we have to do here. Yeah. Okay. Telework, use telework, stone chip. In theory, there's nothing she could. Oh, there's no 1 cost where she can pop instant speed, so we don't have to actually have to ask here. It's probably Mavirus. It could be a Mavirus. Malapert doesn't really make sense. I'm not even sure if you can do that. It could be Tucana, could be Angelique. Angelique's not unlikely. You don't run, she can't give you more tags than you can remove. It comes with upgrades. She can install enough upgrades and assets, but yeah, it's a bit harder. Okay, well, we run that, I guess. Assuming it's an SDS? I don't know what else it could be. We sell the Pelongi to this. Actually, no, we probably sell the Gauss. I don't know what this is. This might just be get to threat. Maybe you should have measured as well. Tucan's remote only. Oh yeah, I've almost game lost myself with that. Yeah, it's SDS. Okay, so she's flooded. She's gone through a lot of cards. We could honestly get rid of the copulation. I think it doesn't matter, but the Gauss is fine. Okay, nice. So we can do telework, money. Don't have much to do here. We could technically pull the Gauss back. I don't think we need to do that. Oppo, yeah, it's fine. She oppos. Like if she just oppos and installs a remote server, she can't really do install advance. It turns on pivot. That's the bigger deal, yeah. Some of these decks are running like X3X pivots. I think the one at EMEA. Oh, pivot for hedge funds, not particularly good. Mindscaping for 0 damage. I think the double stone chip might have won. I mean, it's a legal play. So is pivot to hedge fund, which is 2 clicks for 3 credits. Yeah. NFL's extra rude. Yeah, I know. It's really, 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 really rude. There's not much we have to do, which is unfortunate. Like, we just have to wait. We can just wait. So we should just install 4 cards. 1, 2, 3. Eventually we'll run out of cards. But yeah, we're totally control shapering this. At some point we can just couplation HQ and win. But there's not much we have to do. She's still in 4. Okay. So I'm assuming it's Angelique. Burner is kind of funny. I don't think we have to do anything. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to do anything. Oh, ritual. Yeah, there's not much we have to do here. Eventually we'll start running. So she can give us 3 tags. It's just not enough with Stone Chip, let alone NFL. She's not Mindscaping. I don't know if that was in one of the decks that I looked at. It's a virus. Cool. So Regolith's on the table. So she's getting money. The combo is actually relatively expensive. We want to trash this not so much because of the money, but more so because it gets a 1-coster. And the 1-coster is good. We've played 2 overclock. I kind of wanted to overclock just to reset our stuff. Make sure you still have 4 cards in the deck. Yeah, that's going to be an issue at some point. I don't think we care what this is. Could be an above the law, or it could be a setup for like slash and burn a 5/3. I don't know what the agenda suite in this deck would be. We can crack SMC for our killer, which I think is a revolver. Hey, Supernaut. Stimulate gameplay, let me get my combo out versus let me get my combo out. Yeah, I know. But that is the cost if she's not jamming. Okay. I guess we'll run the unknown evil. That might be wrong. So we'll get a revolver. Ooh, propeller's pretty good. Gauss is really good this turn, though. Then we can simul chip back for our Gauss. Break this for 1. Gauss is cool. Can get in the remote? Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to use our simul chip in a way that was efficient. It's another SDS. Okay, well, the Plonky got purged. We have one of these. So this is a code gate. We can still get in. Things are not going well. No, it doesn't seem good. So if this is a code gate, it causes a small issue for us. If it's Stavka into half run, it's fine. We just simul chip an SMC and then simul chip the revolver. Like, we have to do a bit of work. It's a Stavka, okay. So crashing to get the 1-coster, that's sick. You can put it over here. It's a wall-to-wall, that's fine. We don't have to deal with that. So it's a 7 strength Stavka. It'll trash 2 of our programs. So we might as well just pay 4. We can jack out here. He's on 4 cards in hand. So we can install the SMC telework. I don't care about this wall-to-wall. We'll draw. Nice. So at this point, we should just like couplation or burner HQ, and that should be the game. As long as she doesn't have a way to shuffle. Like, she in theory could have a Stavka or something that trashes. I think it would have to be a Stavka on centrals, and then she can shuffle if we run R&D, if it's in the right order. But here we should be able to just run HQ, run the remote. Oh, nano management. Something's happening. There's the mad. So she has a 4-cost res, so she can't get the Bass. What can she get here? I don't think she can do the combo here. Wage workers, but now she has to play, yeah, another event and another event. Yeah. So this is the combo. So now she plays end of the line, and then she plays a second end of the line because she gets a click back. I think we're just gonna do double stone chip here. So we, in theory, I think we just pop everything. So she could trash the stone chip, and then that ends the turn. Yeah, we don't have to pop the stone chip right, but then she trashes the stone chip. I think we're happy with that. That might have been preemptive. It's all you. I think she can go now. Yeah, we might have been too soon. I don't think our hand was that good. But yeah, we probably didn't have to. If she trashes them, we're happy. She's on 6 credits. You can sit there like a turd, and that we will. So now all we have to do is like remove 3 tags. All right. We might want to cup one of these, but as long as we don't run, she doesn't have anything. But we should close the game out soon enough. Like, she has to be flooded. So we're just going to trash wage workers, clear 3 tags, I think. I think so. Does this actually matter? I don't know if this matters this turn. I don't think it does. She can't really do triple installed. Oh my god, we also had Aniccam. Yeah, you're right. We really didn't have to do much. I think we just remove 3 tags and install the no free lunch and call it a day. Yeah, the wage workers I don't think is going to do that much this turn. Yeah, it was probably better not to crack the first one. Force her to trash. Yeah, click for 4. Okay. So we either cup or we burner here. We only have 12 credits. We have 15 credits technically. We could ritual for 4. We're almost likely to hit a sure gamble. We've only played 1. I think we just burner and then we can set up the agenda in HQ and run back with cup and guarantee it. 14 credits should be enough to run twice. Winchester, we have enough bullets. Mitra window. It's a mask. I will simulchip for this because we should win on this run. Burner combo pieces are used. Ooh. End of the line basalt. So that goes to the bottom. That goes to the bottom. And now we run HQ and we see the whole hand. Yeah, good game. Yeah, into some tech. That seems really, really hard. I think that's very difficult. I thanks again. Yeah, I know this is a deck people are trying. I needed to out those stone ships was rough. Yeah, that's not going to be easy. Yeah, at that point, the agendas have to be somewhere. So if it's not clear what happens there, is that once we get the card hand down to 3 cards, we run back with compilation, we see all 3 cards, so we're guaranteed to run. So debating between going for the 7 to 8 tag plan versus trying to combo out twice, but you weren't running. Yeah, I don't have a big reason to. Because we're safe with our like resources we've installed, we don't have to run. And if we don't have to run, she doesn't res a lot of stuff. And if she doesn't res a lot of stuff, she doesn't have that many things to hit with the mutually assured destruction, and then the combo falls apart even further. Yeah. Yeah, I'll sit. I need to draw more ice to put on my road, so I'm jamming behind. Oh, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we've gone through half the deck. We've only seen 6 points. So yeah, the one face down in archives makes sense. She has to hold on to the combo cards. So she has 5 cards there, and we're pretty sure 2 of those cards have to be end of the line for the combo to be worth pursuing, which means like there's only 3 slots for agendas in there. So yeah, it gets tricky. Thanks for your game, eh? Shaper deck seemed smooth. It seemed okay. We do run out of money. Like that is a big thing because this is not running Fermenter. Like we literally do run out of money in the mid game. And so you really have to make sure your jailbreaks or your catalogers collide. Oh, we have another rigging up. That's good for the cataloger. Because like after we've played this sure gamble and this sure gamble, we kind of are out of money. I don't know what to do about that. Like we are just on the clock. You could play Ashen. I just don't know if that's like worth it and if that's slow enough. But yeah, we do run out of cash. Let's do another one. How much Shaper do y'all think will be there the weekend? I think there's going to be okay, like this is the thing, is I think there'll be a fair bit more than there was, but I just think like there's no reason not to play Criminal and Anarch. Like things did not get worse for you across the board. Nuvang 54. It's been a while. Nuvang also kind of fell out of fashion across the continentals. Hey, thanks. You too. All right, so I'm assuming there'll be some sort of death. There'll be mid-range Glacier. Using our Gausses correctly is really, really powerful. We need to keep we need to have a stone chip or 2 so that we don't die to double measured. On 5 hand size with 1 stone chip, we're probably on 8 hand size with either Aniccam or Lat. So that's a good spot to be. This hand is okay. It's not great. The Aniccam is really, really good, but the simul chip and the SMC early, I don't think I'm super excited about. The NFL could be relevant. There could be an Oppo deck. We don't really know. Quarter the field shaper minimum. I mean, pretty low bar, but I'm gonna mulligan. I mean, I'm okay with this. Maybe he doesn't ice up everything. I'm not sure I'm loving the rigging up so far, but I do love rigging up as a card. Okay, Petty Cash, Nuvang, trashed. Hedge Fund, we have a lot of money. We were committed before it was cool, SMH. Back to no one playing a Shaper Worlds. Okay, so we can play around SDS. It's more likely to be on Basalt, but we can just do like SMC jailbreak, credit, SMC jailbreak, credit creative commission hits 3. White space, Mindscaping. Okay, so they're a kill deck if they're playing Mindscaping. So I don't know if it's mutually assured destruction again, or whether it's just, it has to be Oppo or mutually assured. I'm assuming it's Oppo. So we want to keep our stone chips, we want to have our no free lunches and just play our tech. White space coming off the top, we beat white space by having money, so let's have money. Cool, 2 breakers. Still not cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. All right, so 1 known card, 2 known cards in hand, white space, Mindscaping. We've got some information. Hedge fund hits an unknown card. Mindscaping draw is also just good to Nuvang. I'll be interested to see how he uses it. 2 unknowns in the bin. Ice easily could be white space, but who knows? 3 cards in hand. Okay, rigging up revolver's nice because it drops 2 from hand. Let's draw for a clean getaway and go archives. Okay, so we can go down to 3, no problem. We can draw, we can just like run archives. White space is neat. Yeah, white space is good. I'm seeing it return to some capacity. It was never there originally until like a month ago. I'm glad to see it. Let's just say that. I'm going to check archives to get some information. It's not a super impactful run. I feel kind of naked without our Aniccam engine. So we hit a Malapert and a Fly Swatter. Okay. Malapert, easy. Nano Management, Singleton in the deck. Fly Swatter, cheap code gate. So now we can just do like Stone Chip SMC. Actually, that's probably bad because then we fill up our MU. The other options, we can rigging up the revolver. And then just click for credit. That's kind of fine. Revolver does get charged. We get a simul chip. Okay, no Aniccam so far. We know there's a white space in hand, but we do get through that for 3 credits. Someone said Philip or MU? Yeah, imagine we ran archives. Installed 2 SMCs, ran archives. Like the dream. Okay, Mindscaping got played. Yeah, so this is where it's cool new then, because you put the card on top of your deck, and then once it resolves, you trash that card. That's kind of sick. 23 credits on turn 3. Pretty good. The thing on HQ is usually a sentry. Okay, we're icing up. Keeping down to 3 cards in hand. I have no idea what this is, chat. Like, if it's a spin doctor, we want to run it. I don't love this hand so much. The simul chip is the most important card. Actually, no, the stone chip is to some extent too. Like, I think we're chasing a spin doctor here, which we want to chase out so we get lat. So they're on 4 at a minimum. They're using it. Let's see if the face down goes back. Because they could have mindscaped that. It looks like they mindscaped an agenda on top to shuffle it away functionally. And then they'll spin doctor it back. Yeah, okay. So they cleared an agenda from hand and they put back the mindscaping. Kind of a cool play. Best we can do here is draw credit. If we play creative, we lose a card draw. I'd rather have a card draw here. Our money's okay. But we need deeper into our deck. That's good. Heading out, enjoy an afternoon walk. Enjoy the walk. Take care and good luck. Thank you. Hedge fund unknown in the bin. We're looking at it. Did not trash it. They drew it. So whatever they have in their hand is kind of important. Looks like they might be building a remote for it. 4 cards in hand shouldn't be an issue. So we can do draw, go to 6, 5-4, S stone chip creative. Okay, that might make it easier or harder. We do stone chip Aniccam creative. We're on 4. It's perfect. Sick. Lat is fun sometimes, especially with Aniccam, which like adds a wrinkle, but also adds like a little kind of embellishment. We're icing HQ real hard. I mean, does this look like a hold agendas and just don't? There's a 2 credit KPI as well. This has to be a wall-to-wall, right? I don't know what's going on. Off the Luzillo goes, Brennan, no matter what you're doing, have fun. So we think this is a white space. If we run it, we lose 3. If we install the Gauss for it, we still lose 3 because we're above 6. So we can install the Gauss first to run it. At this point, we have the upgrade with the event, or sorry, the operation, we have the ice. So it's a 4 strength logjam, which is kind of perfect. So we could just do it. I don't think we have to be pushing this remote server. Like, I don't know what's bad here for us besides like an eminent, and I don't think you single eminent ice. I think this is a wall to wall. This is a bad run. I probably shouldn't hit continue to movement. Overclock remote. I don't want to overclock remote because then they don't run or they don't res, and then you're forced into like really weird lines. Where you have to like crack the SMC for value. Yeah, like this, right? Yeah, it's a wall to wall. Okay, we'll trash it. Yeah, it's good that it fires Aniccam, but yeah, here we lost the Gauss. So I'm assuming it was a good barrier. Okay, they still have one kept cards in hand. They Nuvanged, trashed. Like, do we have to run this until they advance? Maybe they triple ice HQ so they can hold on to their slash and burns. Maybe that's why you do it. Second ice R&D. So where I don't like exerting pressure. We're not exerting pressure. Free in hand. Also, icing HQ is important to keep the mutual, whatever they're called. Not the mutuals, the measured responses protected, which is important in the matchup. This deck is not running Pinel. Are we running Pinel? Yeah, we're running 2 Pinels. Sick. We didn't. I think we saw 1 last game. Like, Eminent is bad. I think that's the only thing that's bad. The issues, like, I don't know what we draw into to get pressure. Like, we're gonna run out of money. This is the matchup where you need a Fermenter, or like you need a Chesva. Starting to look like a threat eventually running out of money. I know. I feel it. I feel it deeply. Thinking like this does not feel good. Having 9 credits against this board state and looking for they're not exerting pressure. I mean, not exactly. Maybe we have to wait for them to install double advance because I don't know if they are winning off of like 3-2s and 4-2s. Maybe they are. Here we can do. Ugh. It's really hard to get Lat here. Like maybe we just do simulchip telework credit. I really think every Shaper deck should have a Fermenter in it. Could still be Seamless? Yeah, Seamless is not unlikely. Oh, Antil. Okay. I don't know if this is worth contesting. I think if they draw more, that's probably good for us. Gauss is really good in this matchup, that's for sure. Sprint? Uh-oh. Ugh. Ugh. Good old sprint. They didn't trash the top, or they're deciding? So they might have sprinted back the agenda. Once a Basalt gets double Seamless, then you're cooked? Yes, yeah, we lose then. Because they have to run everything in the remote server all the time. They didn't move him to the top of the deck. And they didn't draw it either. I wonder if we overclock R&D here. I feel like we're just drawing till burner. You hope it's not the bottom, huh? I could see it's overclocking R&D here. Maybe it's a bait. I don't know. When you see the top card of R&D and you leave it there, like it doesn't seem super, super important. It could be important, but maybe that's not the best way we should overclock. I think we should just overclock anytime something is double advanced. It's hard for us to fire Lat here because they're playing well under 3 cards. I mean, this will have an impact on the matchup. The best top deck here is our 1 copy rigging up left. That's fine. We'll just sit here. Petty cash from hand. That's probably what was on top of the deck. I wonder if they're going to res like Pharaohs. Can they double advance and keep us out? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can we do it? Can we do telework, overclock? I mean, I think we can. All right, we have 25 credits. That was petty cash from Bin? Oh, you might be right. Hammer. Yeah, okay, I guess. Probably shouldn't have this. Yay, John. Yo, how's your trip? Welcome back. This just challenged our SMC. We probably should just grab, hold on, we should grab here a decoder. Hold on. we still have priority, so this is fine. We should probably just go grab our Unity and save a bullet. We're going to grab it anyways because we think there's a white space on the table, and it's not bad. Shailendra, runner takes 2 in a net. If the net hits a cataloger, we're cooked. If it doesn't hit the cataloger, we're fine. Breaking this is really expensive. The advancement I don't care about. Yeah, so this functionally costs us 3 to not lose 2, 4 to not take a damage. We're just gonna YOLO this. It hits lat. It makes lat fire, right? Don't hit our cataloger. Hey, Grumtush, how's it going? It's some ice. That hurts. Ow. Wow, that was not likely. Well, that's not good. I mean, I'm not gonna pay 5 credits to protect it. Cat, that's fine. So the question, this got advanced, so I actually do think it's very likely to be a barrier. I think this is now a 5 strength or 6 strength wall to wall, which means we probably just do the simulchip Gauss flicker, right? Because they didn't res it before when we had a really perfect Gauss, so it's either a tree line or a wall to wall. Both of those reses will save us 4 credits if we simulchip it now. I'm going to do it. Oh, F. We can't. Because we've already trashed something. When we installed the Unity, we had to trash the Gauss. So that is a learning we have to remember, that we have to pre-trash the thing. No. I can't undo this. JNet? JNet. 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 I'm going to reinstall that. It might... Yeah. Can I just do install? Sick. Okay, we're good. I'll pay credit for that sub. My experience with JNet is if you ask it not to hit something or will it, you have to stay quiet. Do you think we all would have known? We would have held our breath. This has to be a logjam. It was unreal. I barely felt like I went anywhere. I spent more time in flight or recovering from jet lag than anything else. Fly up, 1 leg of meetings, fly back. Yeah, that's wild. That's a really fast turnaround. Need -1 click? Oh yeah, so true. So true. Sorry. Yeah, it is a logjam. This is very, very expensive. It's 9. Yeah, we messed up. When we installed the Unity, we should have seen this coming. We needed to trash the Gauss. This is going to cost us like 7 credits. Very, very bad. Huge misplay. It's a Basalt Spire though, so let's see what they get back. We're not losing to threat yet because measure it is. Oh no, we drew a card. But yeah, that's massive. This would have been 4 strength, so instead of spending 9, we spend 5. So we lost a sure gamble, and then we lost 2 credits. So we cost us 6 credits to not trash the Gauss that run. We definitely should have done it. More like slog jam. Yeah, this is the issue, because we don't have a lot of pressure now. They're just going to jam in their mode server over and over and over again. But that's what they do, right? That's kind of the game plan of the deck. Oh, we've already teleworked. Huh. Do we install SMC to draw a card? Yeah, I guess so. Oh no, they were on 4? Oh my god. Sorry. I forgot you basalted a card. Can I click for a credit? I thought they were on 3, they were on 4 because of basalt. Basalt, they added something. What did they even add? Did we check? KPI, whatever. Thanks. Thanks. All right, we're drawing instead. Well, we're clicking for a credit. All right, that's better. We're fine. They got a basalt card. Yeah, you think I totally didn't notice until I end turn. I'm like, we're on 3. Just telework. We already did the telework. We did double telework overclock, so we can't. All right. Good old KPI gaming. Give us a 5th ice. We have no pressure. We have like 1 jailbreak, 1 burner. 12 credits goes a bit fast. We're assuming the average ice cost on HQ is 3 or 4. They also didn't like double advance this, so they definitely have seamless in hand. So if they double seamless and basalt, the game is, I would say, cooked. There could be an agenda in here, and maybe we clean getaway. I'm going to clean getaway for 3 credits on a card. I think that's good enough because we can't really run here. You generally want to make an axis here. At least we're getting a flip. We'll see if this is a spin. I don't think it is. KPI, wow. Okay. So we just need to get money to threat in. Then we basically want to set up a coupulation. Then we do like burner R&D and win in a single turn or something. I don't know, burner coupulation. It's hard. 10 can res much central ice. Yeah, but also we're on 7 credits. Like our breaker suite's cheap. If they have an agenda in hand, it goes on the remote server. And so far we've seen 6 points in 30 cards. Yeah, going HQ makes some sense here. I think we maybe just do telework jailbreak. Oh, but then we died at a measure. That's the biggest issue, right? Like, this is what always happens. You're on 3 points and you overextend. Like, even running archives is a bit scary because Bentel can like quadruple ruin us with measured functionally. Like, say that we get in, Bentel just needs, oh, we have a stone chip. Maybe we can do it. Yeah, let's try jailbreak into creative. I don't know who's spending more money here. There's a chance it won't be us. It's very likely there's another gent in here. All right, Winchester. Do we have to break all of it? Yeah. Let's see if the 7th bullet actually mattered. 4 credits down. Show us an Afshar. We pay the same on both sides of the table. Number of times I've gone burner jailbreak is large. It's fun. Burner to a cup is fun. Ooh, no res. I wonder if that's a big one. No res. Okay. Seamless. Yeah. Seamless. That is exactly what we knew was in hand. That's so frustrating. Okay. And then there's no way that we get lat draw. So there's going to be double seamless into Basalt here, guaranteed. And then we have to run every single turn in the remote server. So we have to functionally lock R&D here. Let's just check if we can run this. This can fire. If we swing this, we break this for 1. We break this for 5. So this is 6. They might not have a measured. He might not have because we saw double seamless. This is 7-8. Like maybe we just get in the remote server. Got pinged off the jailbreak call in a chat again. Sorry, Jai. Like, can we get in the remote? Because it has to be a basalt. But the problem is like we're sitting in measured on a really awkward line. If we get through here again, this is 2. This we let fire. We don't care. Hopefully it actually will make us hit lat. This is 3. We can let the subroutine go. Oh, actually, no, we can't because then it costs us 2. So this is 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're a credit short. I think we're 1 credit short. This is 2. Oh, no, we lose 2. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we're a couple credits short. I think we'll just creative. Huge bummer. Really, really, really bad for us. I think there we needed a couplation. If we had a couplation, we'd keep a seamless away and it would actually make the game interesting. Maybe we should have simul chip for 1. Oh, what? What's in the remote server? They have 2 seamless in the hand and they didn't score. That's not an agenda in server 2. Never mind. What was happening? Did they just want to recover their money? They probably did. I guess they feel safe about this, but their hand is double seamless. This is an agenda. Huh? Is it a clearinghouse? Yeah, making money while they can is probably correct. But like if we steal a basalt, they get money. We haven't seen a measured so far. I think if they score it, it's worse than us. Like no matter what, it's bad because like we're not ready for measured emotionally. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do this. So I think we have to clean getaway archives. Telework. Run the remote. I guess we could just clean getaway this straight up. Again, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've cycled the Gauss. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we can't. We have to clean getaway archives. They had at least 1 MR last turn. You think? Why we need to play Hermes? Not Aniccam. Threw out another KPI. Okay, this stone chip gives me confidence. So when we install the stone chip, we run this remote. We're on 2 cards in hand. We pop 1 stone chip. We're on 5 cards in hand. With this telework, we're on 7 cards in hand. We die. God, I have to do the math again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11 to run the remote server. Yo, Gyro, thanks for dropping by. Enjoy your sleep. It's 11 to run the remote. It drops us to 4. That's bad. Tele and CG the remote? Yeah, that might have been better. We're going to click for credit. It like gives us, yeah, this would have been better if we did it here because then we can, well, no, it's bad if this is a clearinghouse, which it might not be. We know they're on Oppo deck. We know that they might be on a mutually assured destruction deck. They're playing Mindscaping. Maybe Mindscaping is just good enough for Nuvang. There's no way we don't take this. But if we run this, we're going to go down 2 cards. No, one card, then we draw, and then we'll be on 5, then we're on 7 with Stone Chip, which means we die. Yeah, we just die. I think we have to just hope that they don't have double measured. It's unlikely they have double measured, but I think we just run it and assume that they don't have it. I don't know what else we do here. CG gives credits to Trash Clearinghouse. Oh, yeah, you're right. We would have the money. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe it was better to draw a card. No, it actually doesn't matter. Because we're going to draw anyways. We could draw once for Overclock. Okay, now we just run it. Maybe Stone Chip was better? Oh my god, was Stone Chip better? No. We just run it. Yeah, we might die. It's unlikely, but we might die. Yeah, they have to top deck really, really, really well. So we're hoping they don't hit the Stone Chip or the Jailbreak. They can hit any of these other 3 cards. It's a Shylandra. Come on. Come on. Stop. We got to shuffle our hand before we put it on the table. They're always hitting the right side. Come on. That's not good. We really needed that. Like, we just need to touch 1 card to win. Losing the Cataloger is really not good for us. We're going to be on 1 credit short. I think we're going to be on 7 credits, which is like the worst place to be. Oh, wait, no. Oh, 7? Wait, when did this get an advancement? What? When did this hit 7? What? Oh, fuck. Shylandra. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's an SDS. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I forgot about this. I did not do the math around it. Yeah, it does actually hurt. That's good. We can trash a thing. I guess it's a revolver. So we can always SMC the revolver back. In theory, the Gauss, well, we have to reload both of these. I don't know. Breaking would have been better. Yeah, breaking would have been better. Well, yeah. It would have been better. We gotta click, okay, because we boost. Like now we just ignore them until we have a burner functionally. It's the only run. We have one more, what's it called, jailbreak. Because breaking this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It saves us 2 credits. So if breaking this was 3 credits and it cost us 2 credits. It's like kind of comparable, but if we ever run this again, it's worse. Revolver is nearly empty, yeah, for sure. But like this card's also kind of useless the way it is. All right, this is unfortunately the way this deck is structured. We have 19 cards left in the deck and we literally have no money left. We have 2 sure gambles, 1 clean getaway, and that's it. Oh, we have 2 overclocks, but like, I don't know. Maybe you need to play Ashen. I don't think I like this. I don't know what this is. Isaac could be bad. Just a Managarm. Classy Managarm is cool. I don't know what this rigging up is doing. I think we can just get out our hands. Stone Chip is fine. We can just click for credit here. We can install the SMC. We're going to need an SMC installed anyways because we want to use Simul Chip. This is probably fine. Rigging us got an SDS worth it. Oh, that's worse. Okay, we have 2 pinholes in the deck. I did it? On top of Seamless? Surely this is cheaper needed creative. All right, that's fine. I'd be so much scared if this was a Basalt. That actually makes us more powerful. Okay, so we just need to draw a pinhole, which we have 2 and 15. Hold on. Gotta do the math again. The judge is coming over, calling us for slow play. Gotta do the math again. So what is this to break? I don't know, like 2 credits. This we're gonna keep ignoring. This is 3, 4. In theory, we could have let it fire that turn to save a credit because it doesn't change the math on this when we were running into it. And then this is 8 strength, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 to run this. if they haul them in one more time and it's not off-world office, it's really, really expensive. Shoot the logjam? Yeah, we do have Pelongi. We do have the option to sometimes like do something silly like that. It's not bad. You use all the bullets. It's really kind of funny. I think we just let this go through. Well, like pinhole would be the best case scenario. I don't think we're gonna die to double measured, but like this is super, super cursed. I think if they don't have the Holloman, they have to install advance. They only have one seamless in hand, so that helps. I think we're rigging up the simul chip to draw a card. Sick. Sick. Action. All right, well, we didn't get the pinhole. It's a wall-to-wall, that's great. Imagine running that for 1,500 credits. Like, also the pinhole is really important because we need to basically expose the remote server before we can run the remote server. Because if we just do pinhole, see an agenda, and run server 2, we win. He didn't bounce the wall-to-wall, so maybe that means he doesn't have it. Only 9 credits as well. We have a cup in our deck. Okay. So I would actually pinhole that to see what's in server 2. We could stone chip for a bit, but I think we're going to clean gateway archives no matter what. 3 credits on a card is fine. Oh, that helps. Stone chip for a pinhole, see what's in the remote server, then we overclock, we win. Do we just overclock it anyways? This puts us on no simul chip, so we have 1 revolver and 1 Gauss to use and 1 propeller. The no revolver is a problem. Can propeller break logjam a cat? No, it's short a counter. Maybe the rigging up was not a good use, so maybe we have to Pelongi through one of these. Is he only on 5/3s? You're 54, right? So 54 means that's 21 agenda points. So that could just be 5/3s. Logjam will be 9, yeah, if we wanted to. Thanks. So that could be 22. Oh no, 22. Not 20. Yeah, 22, 23. So it's probably not only 5/3s. In fact, it can't be. That's scary because it could be like 5/3s and then green males, but by this time maybe we would have seen a Bioac. We've only seen 5 ice. Like, I don't know. I don't like any of this. 1 above the law? Yeah, that's a pretty good shout out. Impulsive, how's it going, by the way? We get stone chip once again. Like, it makes it bad to measure it, but if we get a pinhole here, we can find out what this is, we win, right? We have 2 and 9 on pinhole. Like, very likely we find a pinhole here. Could we draw into a pinhole? I think we could. If we draw into a pinhole, we go down to 11. Then we go to overclock, which is 10 plus 5 plus this, which means we're very guaranteed. We could draw into a pinhole. Yeah, there we go. Chat, are we pinholing the Holloman or are we pinholing the agenda? It's a 59, it's a 54. We doing the agenda or the spin? Sorry, the agenda or the Holloman? I'm going for the agenda. I'm 100% going for the agenda here, right? There's no way we're not going for the agenda. We need to see what it is and then we run it. It's an anthill. Shit. That's fine. Okay, we install no free launcher and we're laughing. We have 1 more pinhole. Ooh, burner's good. Burner cup is like a combo. I don't know if he has it or if he's setting up something. It's not an agenda, the hollow doesn't matter. It'd be nice to not have it, but yeah, you're right. If it's not a hollow, we don't have to deal with it. If it's not an agenda. Oh, he's drawn. He's got only 10 credits. That's good enough for their remote server. Well, you think we do it again? Hey, Jenny, it's Wild saying late game shaver play. My brain shuts down with as much as ice. I mean, all we have to do is like write down a number on a piece of paper and put an X there and then change the number every time that the logjam gets a counter. Okay, we have 1 pinhole. We can't like pleasure play any of these, can we? I think this is a spin doctor. This is probably a bad play. Yeah, it's probably a spin doctor. I think you're right. We'll see if he flinches. If he flinches on the spin doctor, at least we get the Hollow Man out. Yeah, it's a spin doctor. Yeah, I probably should have thought about that. I think you're like, we're shuffling agendas back. It's okay. Don't worry. Like, now we don't have this. The stone shoes don't do anything if you don't have a deck, right? Azimuth, Aniccam, we're down to 7. Aniccam, we're down to 6. So we install the cup. Yeah, you don't do anything. Yeah, this is dire. Definitely shouldn't have done that. I think it was a very easy spin doctor read in hindsight. The spin is better not to have it rather than just when you burner. The spin doesn't matter when we burner because I think we're going to spin and leave agendas in HQ. Like, I don't think we're going to spin into R&D. We're just going to spin to keep 3 in HQ and then run back with cup. Like, now our win condition is basically run HQ twice. There's only 13 cards left in R&D. We've seen 9 points. Will we shuffle back 2 unknowns, I think? Yeah. The issue is like our money is click for credit town. Does anyone know what our last card is? Imagine having a damn is our last card ritual? Are we playing 3 rituals? No, we're not. What's the last card here? I honestly don't know. Is it a 3rd stone ship maybe? Oops. I think it's a 3rd stone ship. Yeah, it's a 3rd stone ship, which is like not totally dead because you can charge something. Okay, but we haven't died. That's kind of a cool thing we got going. How many seamless in archives? 1. And we know there's 1 in hand. We took out the spec works, chat. We cut spec work and 2 coalescence for creatives. We haven't looked back. So we can run archives, we can cup. If we find a measured, we cup the measured, so you can't set up some nonsense. It's like harder to do nonsense stuff if you score out a and try and hit us with the big thing. I think we just set up the cup and click for credits. Ooh, they threw it a seamless. Their hand is probably a bit cooked. This doesn't look like obvious kill, but we know they're on Mindscaping. So they can't really ompo us. I guess we'll grab a seamless so that they have 1 less to do like nonsense with, and then we just click 3. We draw our last card. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Don't ship prop gets in the remote for cheap. Yeah. 5 counters. We have to break the Shadowlandra. You can burner cup archives overclock. That's our goal is to burner cup and rerun HQ. That's how we're looking to win. Because you can't burner and cup in the same. Like we have to get a cup, burner, then return. See the whole hand. In theory, there could be a spin doctor in the remote server to draw cards to make it not guaranteed. But yeah, we're like clicking for credits. Maybe there's like a measured play here to force us to spend 8, which functionally we have to. We technically are on at least, what, 18 credits, so we can't die as much as it'll force us to play all or no free lunches. Yeah, it might be actually Stone Ship Bullet value or Stone Ship Propeller value. Either of those make some amount of sense. I think if we played an Ashen, we'd actually be in a pretty good spot. I'll pay it. Hold on. We have to wait for the trigger. Cool. You can crack those after they play the card. If they pay another 5 credits here, I think we're okay with it. We'll just click. Like they're relatively far away from scoring 4 more points. So we can pay 8 here and then just click for credits. Minecraft eating noises. The shame is we're going to discard a card from our hand. The Palongi actually has some value here. I just couldn't tell you what. Like none of Gauss is probably the play. Gauss Palongi eats Winchester for 3. I mean, technically that's more expensive than Revolver, but it preserves the Revolver bullets. I don't know what else it would be. We just have like basically 1 good run turn. We'll pay 8. You're stuck in here with us. They have 10 cards left. Like they can advance and still threaten Seamless next turn, which is kind of scary. We know where 2 measures are. They have to advance this card for them to be threatening us because we know where 2 seamlesses are. If they don't advance this, I'm not scared of them scoring. The thing is, if they actually seamless, they go +1 credit, advance, so it costs. They click for credit? That's wild. This, I think we're discarding a card here. I think it is the stone chip, unfortunately. I just, like, maybe it's worth playing. The propeller, like, I don't know if we ever run this server. I think we just throw it out. Yo, Lenari, how's it going? This is your deck, huh? Congrats on Decklist of the Week. I think we throw this out. I don't see it being better than either of these cards. Any of these other cards. It's like has marginal value. It's not useless. But they have only 9 cards left in their deck. The longer they flood an HQ, the better for us. We could just like straight send cup. Like there actually is a chance that we don't even need to. If our money's not good, we just do a cup run. If our money's good, we do 2 runs. We do burner cup. Thank you for playing deck. Yeah, my pleasure. We made some changes. I don't know what you think about this. I thought this would be a creative commission deck because of the timing. What did they do? Petty click for credits. Okay. We cut the coalescence and the spec work, and we played 3 creative commissions. We're still on 46. Propeller can get the log ack. For sure CC goes in? Yeah, you're very excited to get CC in this deck. They're down to 6 cards. Ooh, slash. Okay. So this is actually frightening. Wait, they can win a bit faster than we think because slash and burn is in the bin. So this has to be a basalt. So they can get the slash and burn back. We'll see if they do it on our turn or their turn. This also allows them to pad their hand, which is kind of interesting. But depending on where the slashes are. Oh, okay, cool. So this has to be a spin doctor, right? Because the win is in archives. And there's no amount of slash and burns that allow them to win from hand. I don't think they're on 3/2s besides above the law and SDS, right? If they're on 3 SDS, 3 basalt, that's 18, then they do 19, 20. Wait, that doesn't line up. What's their agenda suite? Like maybe we lose this turn? Do we lose this turn? Because if they're on 3 SDSs, that's 9. If they're on 3 basalt, that's 18. They're on above the law, they're 20. They need 2 more points. Oh, slash and burn is 22. So if they're on that, that's 22, right? Because we know they're on a slash and burn. Yeah, there's a chance that we just do credit overclock HQ. Like there's only 11 cards left in the game. And so there have to be, we see half of HQ. I think that's probably more responsible. Yeah, if we lose now, we always cup, that's for sure. The question is whether we have to or whether we can wait. You may get double measured. I think it's really unlikely. What did they shuffle back? 1 measured? Yeah. I think we do overclock on this click so we can always run back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just run. Okay, so we don't have to trash anything on our board. Well, we don't have to worry about the thing that we messed up the last time. So Gauss comes in. Actually, no, that's not right. We don't pull in the Gauss unless we need to. Overclock HQ. Excuse me. We trash the SMC. You can't trash stuff for fun. Just so y'all know, we're just doing this as the cost of the simul chip. I'm just doing it in a way that is more intuitive for me. We honestly could use the simul chip and save a bullet and let the Winchester trash itself. I just don't want to commit to pulling out a Gauss now. But we, in theory, there could be some truth to letting the hardware subroutine fire. Burner overclock up. I'm not 100% sure we can do it. I think seeing half this hand puts us above 50% chance of win. But I don't think we need to do the whole combo because they didn't shuffle back any agendas. And so we've seen 11 points. There has to be, again, like 11 points around 11 cards. So on average, hitting 1 card in HQ wins the game. I guess we could get cooked by multiple centuries in a row. Maybe that's a reason that we let the Winchester fire. Because if it's multiple simul chips, we'll see. I guess if it's another century, we can make a decision at this point. It's an Afshar? Okay. Can overclock R&D of this if we miss? Yeah, that's why we have a click left, is we can always overclock one more time and go for a single. That's why I didn't do 2 clicks and credits and overclock. We have a click to go back. So this one, you can't break all of it. So we break what we can. You also can't lose credits from overclock. You can only spend credits from overclock. So we actually lose those out of our pocket. Hammer. Okay. So hammer, we don't care about. Oh no, we actually care about all of this. We could take a tag. We need to protect our hardware, and we have to protect our couplation. So no matter what we're paying 2. Cool. So this one we have to do. Can you overclock R&D? Oh, I'd rather overclock HQ than R&D. I think going HQ is way higher to be an agenda because these cards have been sitting in for hand for a couple turns. So if we're going to overclock one more run, sorry, I misread your comment. We 100% go HQ here, unless the credits are like messed up, but we can't physically run back. Is the tag worth a counter? No, I think we float the tag. Yeah, tag probably doesn't matter. And this means that we can run back and just break the parts of the Winchester that matter. One to C cup. Like they were on Mindscaping, so maybe matters. Come on, Jeebus. All right, we got him. Good game. Yeah, we got into that weird stalemate. Good. Thanks for the game. How many in there? They have to have at least 2 agendas in there. Jumping back into chat. I want to see the rest of the axes. Okay, half their hand is agendas, so it's very unlikely. And that makes sense again. We saw only 11 points in a deck that has 22. We don't need to protect our hardware. We just used to get Gauss first. Also, hello, Antoine, how's it going? Bummer not to see you on Tuesday. I don't think we want to get the Gauss right here because we don't use it on this run. Like I want a Gauss edge as much as possible because then on a turn later in the future, if there is a future, we can do like Pelongi Gauss and that's like a really good breaker. Milanomi, how's it going? Evan. This makes sense. I'm so bad at sometimes attaching names to handles. How you doing? Good game. I was really worried that if that agenda in the remote server was a basalt and you double seamlessed it, we're so cooked. And then you didn't and you took money. And I'm like, okay, wait, we have a chance here. Shouldn't have given you that SDS? No, if that's the one that I think it was on the table for a turn. Probably not. Because once we're on game point, you have to do more than we do, right? Gauss edge was not a phrase I was ever expected to hear. Good Netrunner is all about edging. You got to make sure. Anyways, good game. Let's do some quick news. And there's some stuff going on and we'll build some Jinteki. It's only 10:15. Yeah, Shaper games felt like they went long. This schedule came out. Jeff put up 2 articles. Probably Jeff and crew came up. This came up recently. So there's the schedule for Worlds. I think there is a difference. I actually haven't read this, I'll be honest. But there is a difference now in how Worlds is being run. I believe there's another break. So COS, this I will be playing. So venue opens at 8:30. It starts at 9:30. Round 1 begins at 10. And we're done at 6:30, 6. This Q&A was really good last year that they did it. So I'm excited to make it to that. I couldn't make it. I kind of really want to go to this, so I'm probably going to be planning my time around it. I've missed every single trivia, and I think I'll be good in Netrunner trivia because that's kind of my thing. And then people are way better than I am, so that's really good. Wait, what the heck? Trip Mirror live show? Like, I also went over this. This is going to be important too, and probably really, really cool. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do something for this. I'm glad that that's on Friday as opposed to Saturday, Sunday. So it's easier to like not have to go in and dress up. We slot Cyber Troopers all Gauss Edge. Can be hard to judge when to bait, but didn't think you'd be willing to pay that cost. I think getting to 6 points. So I think the difference is, Evan, if I don't know it's an SDS, I think it's a basalt. And the way that we see it is if you score at a basalt, we functionally lose the game because then we're playing around like triple or quadruple measured and we can't do it. So you actually forced my hand. If I knew it was an SDS, I would have left it. Like that's the unfortunate thing is that there's information that you know that I don't know. And sometimes it's disadvantageous. Like if you could reveal the SDS, you'd be happier. Hope they stream the show. Now I'm sad I can't go. I was already, but more. I'm hoping they stream this. I honestly don't know. There's maybe a chance, but that's really, really cool. This was streamed last year. Which was really, really cool. So cosplay being so late feels odd. I think it's just hard to schedule everything. This is late. I'm imagining people will be dressed up for COS, so it kind of makes sense. But like, I guess you stay and you don't go out for dinner for this. You go after. I don't know. Well, obviously this is the first time it's happened, so everyone will figure out how this makes sense. But yeah, that is it is late for sure. All right, day 1. For those who don't know, there's like 400 people at Worlds. This Worlds is going to be absurd. It's really, really, really a lot of people. We haven't seen a tournament of this size largely ever, which is wild. There was a tournament of about the size at FFG's Magnum Opus, but it was split over another day. So there was a pod A for Swiss rounds and a pod B for Swiss rounds, and then those players came back on day C to vie for the top cut. We are doing about basically that amount of players in a single day. So I have no idea how that's going to happen or like what that's going to be like. There's definitely going to be growing pains. I think someone's described, I'm pretty sure it's Axio is describing European tournaments as always having some sort of random elemental damage. So I'm hoping that it's really wet. But I'm very excited to see how like 400 people in a room playing Netrunner is going to be pretty damn wild. So opening speech at 8:30 in the morning. Good luck, everyone, with the jet lag. If you have it, round one begins at 9. I'm tournament organizer. I'm wearing my tournament organization shirt at this point. It'd be nice to land that. Usually things go a bit later. We're hoping for not, but that's usually how it goes, let alone 400 people. Lunch is a couple rounds later at 12:45. This is new. We've never had this. That there's actually a supper break at around 6 o'clock. And so you have to be back by 7:10. This is actually a suggestion that we were going to do a dinner break at Continentals, and I kind of voted against it because I thought people would want to go out for a longer lunch and maybe have a drink or two. And then coming back is something that maybe some players won't do. I worry that some players who are not having the best maybe tournament performance won't come back, but I think the prize support and just the vibe is usually going to be so good that you'll want to come back regardless. But this is I've never seen this before in Netrunner tournament, that there is a supper break. And it makes sense because otherwise you're done at like 10 in the evening, and that's obviously massively untenable. So I'm excited to see how this is. I think you're gonna have the same stress here. That actually this is much longer, right? Like, how do you get dinner in an hour 10 with 400 people in an area that is, downtown? We'll see. Nice regional term being used. I don't know what I said. Once again, excited to be drafting over during COS, drafting forever. Oh, you drafting through COS. Tron, you don't want to play, huh? Only players who have accrued enough tournament points to have a chance of making the top cut will be eligible to play in the graduated Swiss rounds, which are on day 2. Again, there's a couple extra rounds on day 2 in the morning. We'll see that in a bit, but you are going to be prized out as of the end of day 1, right? And you will get some prize tickets, I believe, if you make day 2 and you play in the Swiss rounds and you don't make the top cut. If you make the top cut, you also will be prized out because you can't play in side events, if I'm not mistaken. But you do get prized out even to some extent if you play the 11th round on the following day. So yeah, standard format Swiss rounds continue. So we have a couple rounds, starts at 9 again in the morning, and top cut begins at 1. So we'll be done around 9. My flight out is 12 hours later from Edinburgh, so I don't think I'm sleeping that night. This is top cut ends. Again, finals are not timed usually. Sometimes if the space has to close, they are timed, but this can go pretty late sometimes. We'll see how it is. Are they using supper for evening meals? Oh, yeah, maybe. There's technically a difference. Like, my mom always said this growing up because she learned the difference in English, that there's a difference between supper and dinner. One of them is meant to be smaller and one of them is meant to be earlier than the other. So it's not always a regional dialect. They actually have 2 different definitions. I generally say like I'm hungry for dinner. I don't often say supper. And then when I say dinner, my mom's like, you mean supper? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about exactly. I grew up in the UK, so that's why I say it. Oh, okay. Very, very good. Shout out to everyone doing the stream for all the sad boys who cannot make the trip. We'll be watching on TV. The stream is going to be great. I'm doing some commentary for sure. I don't have a schedule or anything like that just at this point. I know the folks who are running the stream do a fantastic job. I'm not going to say any of that stuff because I'll wait for it to be public, but like, I'm really excited to be part of this stream this year, like most years. You should see Picori's message. Did I miss a Picori message? Does the grid have 2 minutes to help a cat give her meds? Oh my God. Maddie, I do. I'm going to throw on music for just a second. A little Nanico needs to take some medication, antibiotics. I said that in the weirdest way possible. I'm going to pop out for a minute. If she's good, it'll take a minute. If it's not good, it'll take 2 minutes. So I'm just going to put some music on and I'll be back in just a second. She has to do this every day and she's like really not enjoying it, which makes it harder for everyone, but wish us all luck, okay? Hold on. Oh, okay, we'll be right back. old chair. Hey, Cranked, how's it going? Sepper will be sponsored by Olive Garden. It's a good rock, man. I have footage when Pat and I were at NANPC Boston. We went out for dinner at the Olive Garden because we don't have Olive Gardens in Quebec, and I know what an Olive Garden is, and it seemed like something worth going to. So we went out for a dinner, the two of us, to the Olive Garden, and it was such a lovely time. And I brought out my little camera, and Pat recorded parts of it, and I need to dig up the footage because it's definitely going to make me laugh. Pat then had the Olive Garden leftovers left out overnight because our hotel room didn't have a working fridge. And I'm sitting there on my phone, and Pat's like, yeah, I'm just going to eat this like shrimp linguine. I'm like, I don't know if you should do that. I'm sitting on my phone Googling, should you eat old shrimp pasta that you left out overnight? And every response is like, heavens no, please don't do that. That's a terrible idea. Except Pat is like halfway through it already. So I'm just sitting there and being like, just checking the weather. Pat, I think I'm going to go out for a bagel. Anyways, Pat was totally fine. But I told him after that was a terrible idea. He's totally good. Olive Garden was kind of nice, actually. It was hard to get too. I was lucky AF. Yeah, I know. Could have been worse. But I had a nice bagel. The fridge was warmer than the room, which is affordable. Any story that begins, so we went to the Olive Garden is destined to end in misery. I mean, the food was okay. There was a lot of it. It was on some street. I think it was like, what is the name of the New England football player? The quarterback. I think the street was named after him. And then the other street was like the Gillette Street. Cause I think we were in front of the wherever the Patriots play. You probably had been to that Olive Garden if you're in America. All of America goes to the Olive Garden in New England. Seemed like something worth going to, said almost no one. No, come on, it's cool. There's like endless cheese and stuff. Brady, yeah, Tom Brady. I think it was like on Tom Brady Boulevard or something. Maybe it was named after Belichick. I don't know. I've still never been to Olive Garden. I live here. It's like worth going to. It's okay. The soup was like a lot. But it was a fine meal. We had a really nice time. Missing an overdue pricing update. This is good to hear. Organized Play lead Yusengrin brings us an update on the status of overdue pricing. So for those who know, unfortunately, pricing has been kind of a pain point for NSG for the last little while. There's a lot of tournaments, especially online tournaments, even in-person tournaments, where there's just parts that aren't there because it's hard to get things done. And then it's kind of owed for a while. There's a lot of people that are owed prize support for the last year, 2 years. As someone who doesn't play in tournaments, who does like commentary, even to some extent, I'm, missing prize support. It's not great. They are very clear in this article. They're going to be trying to do better. They even said that certain things are going to be coming along casual tournament kits next year. I'm not sure if that's meant to be replacements for people or just trying to make the stuff more accessible to everyone, just to like try and help out. But there's definitely a backlog. They're going to be emailing you if you're missing things. You don't have to respond to the email, but they're just going to tell you like, I think this is what you're missing. It's to the point where I don't know what I'm missing. I need to write down every tournament that I got involved with to kind of be like, hey, I think there was a CBI kit or something like that. But there is still stuff I'm missing, I know, and you're probably missing more than I am. I think I get maybe a bit better treatment as being publicly facing, but it's just really, really difficult for sure. So hopefully that gets better for sure. Endless cheese, you had to do that awkward thing where you force the wait staff to grade it for several minutes. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't mess up too. I have a reasonable amount of cheese before it's an issue. Yo, Roberto, how's it going? Gillette Stadium. Yeah, that makes sense because it was like on Gillette Drive. It was good. Don't listen to him. Don't go to Olive Garden. It's totally fine. It was more expensive than I thought it would be. I thought Olive Garden would be like Eastside Mario's. It was more expensive than that. I've also never been to Olive Garden and would likely kill all my Italian ancestors if I did. I mean, it doesn't have to be Italian food. It's Italian American food. It's a totally different thing. Hey, let me share this in chat. So Warlock put this together, right? Didn't sign it. Pretty sure Warlock did this. Oh my God, I should double check. Hold on. I was asked to share this and I knew this was going on. This happens every year. I'm pretty sure the same person makes it every year. Double checking. Yeah, Warlock. And this is World's Betrunner fantasy team. So this is something you can do. I never do this. I've done this once or twice. I never do it on stream because it massive feels bad. But Betrunner, how it works is that you have a budget. So you have $25 to select players to build a fantasy Netrunner team. So these are the players that they're ranked in these positions. Are these ranks scientific? No. Are you going to be surprised or upset that you are or aren't ranked? Maybe. But technically, these players have been ranked by some arbitrary system. So if you want to get, say, Sokka or Chris Dyer, they're $12 picks, which is half your budget. And your idea is to spend $25 and to make a Netrunner team. I am pretty sure that all of these players are going to Worlds. I think that's confirmed. There's a chance there's a bunch of good players that should be on this list that aren't on this list. Again, I don't make this list, but if you want to take a shot and fill out the form and submit, you can be the winner. What do you win? I don't know. It's just kind of really cool. They usually show the results, but I know there's been like Worlds prediction trivia stuff. I've done those before, and I classically do really, really, really well. But there's some really good value picks across like every margin there, which is good. Can I put Nick Mason in 25 times? Yeah, you can. Imagine Nick wins Worlds. Like, you win so many points. The not attending list on its own tab too. Oh, there is a not playing list. Is this just so we can feel good, or so that people don't pull these people in? Right? Yeah, like these are names you would definitely pick. Bummer these people won't be there. But yeah, that's there's a list here. You have $25. Make it make sense. I don't think there's any name here that you'd be silly to pick. Have seen parts of the arbitrary system. The arbitrary was mostly disagreement. Oh, I imagine this is like really quite tense to get this done right. Like, I wouldn't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. I'm glad somebody else is doing this, because I would not want to be like, oh, Pincel, is that an 8 or a 6 or a 3? Oh, it's like, it's Pincel. It's a good choice. Is this data based on Netrunner tournament results? There's like a slight thing on the right that suggests it. These lists, things listed, don't say I left it off if it's not here. Worlds past 4 years made the cut. Nationals, continentals, megacities, regionals, districts over the last couple of years. So it's merit. It's not just like they're a good player. It's like their placement, and of course they're a good player. But like, if you want to look to this as like a scientific ranking of the best players in Netrunner in the world in this order, that's just not the case. I would say it's not, but it's good. It's great. Huge honor to be on the not attending list. Yeah, that's really cool, right? That's really nice to be on there. I want to be very clear. Don't pick me. I have showed up on Betrunner before as like a $3 pick or something one year. I don't know why. But don't choose me. It's a waste of money. I'm not playing. The king and myself press ganged Warlock into bringing us down to 6. Were you in the 8 tier? I could see Jai in the 8 tier. You want to bet on yourself for less. Yeah, you technically want to be lower. Like, it's in your best interest that you were lower, right? Like, Jai on the 6, more people will bet on Jai on the 6 than Jai on the 8 because of numbers, right? But maybe Jai on the 8, it's like, it's a good sell because people see like, oh, that's an $8. $8 are safe bets. Anywho, that's cool. Bridgman, still competitively playing, it turns out. Bridgman has made top 16 in Worlds like 5 years in a row. And this year he's out of it, but he's still like top cutting. Good old Bridgman. Remind me to buy you coffee again so you can go undefeated in Swiss. Shout out to Cranked. Cool. Anyways, check us out. Link is in the description. It'll be in YouTube too. So if you're watching the VOD, it'll be there. And of course, it's the big tournament this weekend. If you're playing, best of luck out there. It's a massive tournament. It's super accessible. The prize support is great. Abraham runs a great event. There's like going to be like 200 near players playing online in the new ban list, as much as the new ban list isn't legal until the beginning of October, but that will be there. So hopefully you're there. It will be streamed. It'll be streamed, I believe, on Axu Netrunner, which you're probably already subscribed if you're listening to the King's Court. Big fan. And we'll be doing some streaming on this channel. At least for the back half of Saturday and maybe Sunday. I'm not 100% sure, but that'll be streamed. Price support's great. We've already shouted this out, but yeah, like this is about half of the people are going. And again, if you see some really impressive names here, Abraham goes out of the way to say specifically, right? Like, this is a great place to start if you've never played an online tournament before, and it totally is. It's a great place to start for sure. All right, it's 10:30. We building a deck list. I think we agreed that we have to play Jinteki. What Jinteki are we going to be playing? And how bad is it going to be? I already forgot who I put down in Betrunner or your IDs for that tournament. Tron, are you playing on the weekend? I'm like so interested for the weekend meta because I have no idea how people are going to treat this, whether it's competitive testing or like some weird scouting. Hyobu, I mean, I want my text to do something. Told you we should have snuck some stings in when he was AFK. I would have found them. If you've ever found a scorpion that you weren't expecting, you really do find it. Okay, there's 2 Hyobus in chat. You want your ID to do something. The first time you reveal a card, gain a credit. Reveal a card from the grip of the random. So you have a better than click for credit ability. I am, but I may need to skip a round. Is it round 1 or round 11 that you're skipping? Because there's a big difference. You could technically ID your last round and skip it. I keep forgetting Hyobu exists. Yep. I'm trying to think if I can name all the Ashes Corp IDs. I played against Earth Station on Tuesday. That was nice. Kind of fun. Andre built Iswak now. I would consider it. I think Iswak's ability is somewhat relevant, right? Like the Jinteki Glacier that seems to be doing something in the meta is restoring humanity, and they're scoring 9 points. It'd be nice not to have to do that, that's for sure. So like you could Iswak. Alco we've seen enough of, it's fine. I do think we're going to see different and interesting Alcos in the next weekend and Worlds, that's fine. A Teia is something I'd want to play for sure, and PT is something I'd want to play more, I think. What do we want our win con to be? Narrow the ID choice. I think we want to score out in a remote server. I want to score a Proprio Negation and feel happy about it. I think that's what I want to do. And I think if I want to score out a Proprio Negation, either we play PT, which like I don't think that's a legitimate game plan. And I think the meta has way too much criminal and like centrals pressure to some extent for that to be a viable game plan. Or we play RH and slow down in Glacier. And I think that probably will be less interesting television, but will feel more agency. Touch-ups doesn't trigger Kyobu. Does trigger Diogenes. Yeah. Man, slot machine back in the day. Shouldn't it be RH? I think I'm leaning towards RH for sure. I think I'm definitely leaning towards RH. I just am not excited ever about RH. Like it doesn't inspire joy. So we'll see how this goes. Do a Teia, it's sick when it works. It's okay when it works. I'd rather do a Teia. Who are we kidding? I'd much rather do a Teia because I have seen like 0 Teia in the modern meta. Let's do collection standard Teia. Let's go. It's hard to argue against RH, so we won't. We'll do this first and then we'll change to RH once this doesn't work. Okay, so we're a Teia. We have the ability to double install and build 2 remote servers. One of them can be cheap. We want to have many tricks to install quickly. A Teia lost a lot of like the weird combo tricks for like combo a Teia, which is unfortunate. In the meta, you probably can still do a Teia with Moonpool Fast Advance. That is still a deck that exists. I don't know if you lost any of the most important tricks for that deck, but you can just do it. Calvin, a Teia, and Believe, like the draw 2 Calvin, I'd be kind of down for it. The issue with the Teia is like you have that sort of Earth Station problem where, well, it's different, right? Because the Teia says that when you install in or in front of one, you can install in or in front of the other. So you want to put something in the other server to install the ice cheaply on the first server, but then that card has to not be protected. Calvin's only 1 influence, and it's not a card you commonly see, but click to draw 2 is kind of an interesting ability because the Teia wants a full hand. It's also really nice to have a full hand if you're playing things like Anoetic, if you have discard synergies like Hansei, like it kind of makes some sense if you squint. Teia is an exercise in moving your Vovo Adrian around as much as possible. Yeah, those are fun cards though, which like makes us feel a bit better. I think we could try it. I think the biggest question that you have to answer with a Teia is what is your upgrade, right? Oh yeah, Back Pro is really, really good for that combo fast advance Teia. What is your region is the question with the Teia. Because there's a lot of good regions you can play. Like Tranquility is really fun because it encourages you to spam out stuff and that's great. Then you draw cards to gain credits. That's exactly what you want to be doing in a Teia. It also fires first time a turn. So if you have any Teia tricks where if you flip a Tattoo Bola, get a card installed in the next server, that's really, really good. Mersha Ballad is another really cool card. It doesn't fire on the runner's turn, so it makes your installs kind of ugly because the Teia is the first time, not once per turn. So I'm not actually convinced that Mersha is perfect. It's like cool, but it allows you, it basically says you're installing one thing in the remote server and one thing in the other remote server a turn, which maybe is not the thing you want to do. We're definitely scoring Daria. I'm pretty sure we're scoring. Maybe we play Makoto and Lacosta. So yeah, Lacosta is the other one because 4/2s are classically okay, and this forces a run every turn kind of trick. This is also one of the cards that you needed for some of the combos that don't exist back in the day. With Seamless Launch, you could do a thing, sort of. That's neat. And then we have Makoto, which I have played 0 times. I'm not convinced it's that good, but it's okay, I guess. I don't know why I would play this. Hey, Molago, are you planning on making new/intermediate player content? Abstractly, yes. It's been hard to get enough time into this channel to like make structured content the way I'd want to. I think the next thing I'll probably end up doing that I can kind of get to do is like just have recorded gameplay where I record JNet gameplay and cut that down. In terms of like having structured gameplay targeted at intermediate stuff, I want to make the gameplay as approachable as possible that we can deconstruct it for intermediate play. Maybe that helps. I would love to do replay reviews, but replay reviews, I need to receive replays, which is tricky. So if you are a beginning to intermediate player and you have a Jinteki.net replay that you think is worth talking about or you want to learn from, that's something you always can send to Métropole Grid. And there's like a relatively low chance, but not a 0 chance that I always watch the replay, but not every game is good to talk about, right? Like some games where you just advance your Urtica to the ceiling doesn't really make an interesting gameplay to talk about. Longtime Makoto fan over here. It's great at making bad decks mediocre. Dead. I mean, that's what we're going for, right? Makota Volvo for cheapo ice? Oh, Makota Res is ice. I did forget about that. Yeah, let's try it. Makota reads so much better than it plays. When you like Makota your Antail after resing your Masquerade for 1, like it feels brilliant. And maybe we just need more experimentation. Let's try it. We'll try 3 Makotas. I don't know. How bad could it be? Hey, Kevin. That said, I haven't made it successfully myself, but with Regolith, Antail, and Moonpool. Yeah, exactly. The things that use the server and then disappear. That's the biggest issue with the Makota, is you want to res something that costs around 2 to 3 credits, but then it shouldn't be there in a couple turns. And that's a hard thing. I don't play online, only in person with my partner. We have one of each identity from System Gateway only cards. Yeah, I would recommend watching. We have a bunch of like replay reviews on the channel focusing on fundamentals. But there's not that much content on this channel that focuses on exactly like System Gateway outside of the 101 series. With Worlds coming up, like a lot of my Netrunner time is spent preparing for that, which is obviously standard. So I hate to like keep kicking the can down the road, but there's a chance after Worlds there'll be more time for that sort of stuff. Are we going for Neurospike? Nah, I don't think I want to play Kill, let alone in a world with like Anarchs playing Steelskin, Shavers playing Aniccam and Stone Chip. Like I don't honestly know what you're Neurospiking. Well, I always wanted to put something cringe like Refuge Campaign on Makota so they will never trash it. I mean, they still should. They still should. Oh man, I don't know what we're doing. That's not a good start. I was hoping that we'd find something that makes sense. Let's play 3 Proprio. I like it. Let's play 3 Off-Road, and already we want to play La Costa. Oops. I think we already want to play La Costa. So that's 12 points. We want to play a 5-3. We'd either play Send a Message, which makes some amount of sense. Fuji, I don't know. Oh, Lunari's calling out. If you're in a Discord server, we can help you out. Yeah, if you're not involved in communities, communities are a great place to ask questions and like just even listen to other people talk about the game. That helps a lot. Do runners or corps have more advantage in this game for new players versus experienced players? I think as a newer player, I think my read is always wrong on this. It depends on the card pool. I think if you start to get, as a newer player, if you pick up System Gateway, my read is that Corps feels stronger at first, and then eventually once you get better, runners get stronger. I think in System Gateway. That's usually how it is. A well-run, it's still relatively even and still really fun at all levels of play. But I do think Corporation is just harder to play. I never can argue out of this, because runners have more things they can do. There's more things they can do that are wrong, but they can win on accident. Corps can't really win on accident in any format, really. If you have to score agendas on System Gateway, it's hard to win on accident. I'll leave it at that. What if you played Sisyphus and put something nasty on archives to prio them into? /J. Legit 4-2 Yagi Uda deck for I don't know yet. Like, A Teia wants a Yagi Uda, that's for sure. I just still don't know what the text of this card is. I don't want to read it. It's been around for too many years. I can't read it now. Yeah, I think the hardest thing is like not knowing how you and your partner play. There is so much variance to understand like, hey, if you think one side is always winning more than the other, there's like 35 things that it could be that are like really pushing you in that direction. As simple as like run before you have your breakers, or as like there's so many like play patterns that people pick up when they learn the game in a vacuum that are potentially hampering you or causing an imbalance, a potential imbalance, if that's what you're like seeking for, if you think there's an imbalance somewhere. Sisyphus A Teia. Get those Alco counters. All right, we need to find a plan here. Let's try and score out. Let's try Rushy Jammy. So we'll do Proprio Off-World. That's Rushy Jammy. If we're Rushy Jammy, we shouldn't be on Makota. We should be on La Costa. Okay, we're Rushy Jammy. We're trying to score out. We'll lose to HQ pressure, but we're scoring out. Splashing for Zato Grid and throwing Pathinimus at people. I think when I do that, I play in an op. I think I would not play that in a Teia. Unless we're also splashing Tucana. And then you can do it in Jinteki, where you go get your Anemone after they steal. But like, outside of Fuji, I guess there's less things that do damage now in the format. But I would definitely play Alco. I would definitely play Op. I would not play A Teia. It's hard to do a Teia trick. Tattoo Bola, 3x. What else do we want to score out? La Costas is nice for your other server, but they usually get trashed. I think people understand you have to trash La Costas. Sorry, the cohorts. It used to not be the case. And then maybe we just do send a messages. We could also like consider doing the 4-3 I hate. This is like almost a deck. Yo, Lunmilla, how's it going? Maybe we play one longevity. This seems fine. 9 agendas. A Teia today hype. Yeah, I mean, like, expectations need to be tempered because I'm already on the back foot here. We're trying to make it make sense. Hey, Eric. Trying to build Spidey's Web, yeah. Brand, Mitra, Adrian, Yagi, Uda for the trigger. Braun's really good because Braun does fire A Teia. That's like really, really quite cute. I just don't think Yagi Uda does anything. Swap a card from HQ with a card in the root of a protecting the attacked server. The runner may check out. Like there's 17 different ways that this doesn't work out for you. It's cool if they run a last click because then you can put the gen in the other remote. But like, that can't be better than just ending the run. Like, how is that better than ending the run? Charlotte for sure. Yeah, 100%. Shenrose, how's it going? I like Netrunner even when we're losing games. I mean, yeah, as long as we have agency, I'm okay with it. Mitra triggers A Teia. Mitra seems really good in A Teia because it gets a swap and an install. Like Mitra is definitely one of the power cards that came in the last set. I like Mitra a lot. Yeah, that actually seems really, really fun. What's the deal with Calvin? We just put in the other server and draw cards. This is probably going to get cut when Jog wanted to suggest this, and it's like a fun thing. Is there anything here that's really obvious? Like the second server could be FUT. I don't think damage really matters unless we're like tempoing, and then we probably play like Blood in the Water, stuff like that. Same with most of these cards. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I lost the game? I think that's probably fine. Let's look at the ice that we have in faction. So Tattooed Bullet does a swap. That's super powerful. We have Braun. Braun's just really good. The Billion's good. I think, yeah, Solomon, you're saying cohort. I think people know to trash cohort. It's still something put in the server, which is kind of nice. So we can consider it. A Regolith is just good because we have a finance issue. Like, I don't know how we deal with it. Maybe it's good enough that we can play 1 or 2 and then hope that Mitra and everything else works. Swapping counts as install? Yeah, that changed basically when A Teia came out, is that swap is install. Tattoo Bull is an install. For those who don't know, swap is install caused some bans in Eternal, that change, which is, you know, it's definitely a very big change, but swap is 100% install. It's the reason why all these support cards work. Okay, what else are we doing? Samasamun's like okay in the meta right now. Sai Santan is just kind of the best sentry. I missed that last night. Oh no, you're playing A Teia too. No, that's really important. Yeah. Karuna, Ivik. Karuna is a bit better if more people are playing Carmen, but I think more people on Revolver as a whole. Well, more people are also just on Dolls as a whole. Faroon is like not the worst card. It's a bit better with Mitra. It's not the worst. I think if we're playing 3 Mitra, we really want to play like these gotcha ices. Ice. I don't know if we want to play Anemone because we don't care about that damage. Maybe we run Moonpool. Maybe with 9 agendas we run Moonpool. It's not the worst. As a new player, cards like Anoetic, Managarm, and Urtica just sound so strong, and a lot of Jinteki damage cards seem too strong. Again, as a new player. Managarm, so just out of like, for context, Managarm, Anoetic in System Gateway are that strong. It requires aggressive runner play to either run and trash them when there's not an agenda on them, pressure cards in hand. There's a lot to it. As soon as you pick up Elevation the next set, they went out of the way to design cards that make that package less powerful because it is a card or cards that don't have honest answers or obvious answers in the card pool you have access to. They are very, very strong. Managarm is just a generically strong card. Anoetic is generically strong. Together, they're pretty bonkers. The more you play, the more that you realize there are ways that you can beat those cards, but there are also situations you can end up in that they are unbeatable in System Gateway. Jinteki damage cards are just like, they've always been like that in the game, where if you call it wrong, you lose. That can happen, but a lot of people really like that part of the game. Yeah. What are we missing? We're definitely missing obvious stuff. Peer review, what a stinker. What a stinker. Show my hand? Forget about it. I don't like tempo mindscaping. Kakarumbo is probably worth something in the modern meta. I don't hate a single copy of Empiricist if you think we'll be able to afford to res it. I don't think we will. No, we will, but like we have to play something chunky. Like I wasn't done with this Ice Suite. I probably should have looked at better. Like I really like Vampire Nasa. I'd rather play Vampire Nasa than Empiricist. Like resing a Vampire Nasa for functionally 5 credits, what it does to the game state is so much more important than resing an Empiricist for 7 credits. Like I don't care about these subroutines. I'm paying 7 credits to draw a card. Vampy though, sick. Nobody breaks it really well. There's like 1 breaker in the game that breaks it well, and it's only for a single turn. Peer review A Teia Trank Grid means you can install 2 unknown cards. I mean, like, but make that. What's the chance that matters? I even think there's a chance that a teeny is better than it looks. Your distaste for Celeb Gift and Peer review has been so funny to me. I genuinely love both of those. I like Celebrity Gift. I really do. There's just certain situations where it's bad, and this is clumsier than Celebrity Gift. It's also, I think, the problem that often come up is I play this like celebrity gift and play it on click 1, which is like definitely not the thing. You have Sam for a reason. I mean, we have 2 Sams and then we draw this ice on turn 1. What were we meant to do with it? I think if we're playing Mitra, we definitely have to play a Fly Swatter at a minimum. Anything with on-res text is probably worth it. It's a Plutus card? Wait, what is? Peer review? Yeah, it's even bad. Like, I think I caught peer review from Wiki. Microweb, I'm not... Like, okay. We already have a pretty flimsy base, and then we're adding these, like, real flourished supports. Where they're like, oh man, if it works, it works. But if it doesn't work, oh god, are we stuck on the ground? Teia doesn't have trouble getting cards out of hand. Okay, I'm going to play peer review. I'm cool with this. Oh, we have no operations. Hedge fund. How hard is it to play what's it called? Hansei. Seems pretty hard. Your wrong assumption is thinking you can build a corp that isn't as. No, Ian, I want to be very clear going into this. This is a bad spot to start because this deck, from what we understood, wasn't good going to the ban list. And then somehow the ban list runners got better. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to try it. Logjam, better than Brawn. In some ways. How's it going, Z-Bag? The biggest way, though, is that this subroutine fires our ability, and there's some relevance to that. But Logjam is unfortunately a good card. Hansei with Petty Cash is just good. Yo, Alex, how's it going? Alex, are you playing at Worlds? We're at 47 cards. I don't think we can do this. You can have different unique upgrades on the same server. Like, you can basically almost foolproof a remote server. Yeah, you can make one remote server really, really hard to run. But the good thing about Netrunner is that there's other servers, right? Like, yeah, cool. They have a remote server with Anoetic Managarm on it. I'm going to put down my conduit. And so, yeah, if they can win in a single turn, if they're on 5 points and they have a full hand of cards and they have credits and they have the gen of the remote server, yeah, it's going to be bad for you. But that's the beauty of the game, is that you can give the corp a server that you can never run, a successful remote server you can never make a successful run on, and the runner can still win the game. It's up to you to make that make sense, though. Deck needs cheap ice. Yeah, a bit. I think we need some cheap end the runs. The sentry slot, I don't think. I think you should lean on assets for money if possible, given the ability. The issue is like it's really hard because your remote server is getting eaten up. What if we were Alco instead? Don't even, Alex. We do Petty Hansei, I'd consider cutting Hedge. Yeah, I'd consider cutting Hedge. I would consider cutting the peer reviews, let's be honest. Influencer Skunk Void, I think I'd rather play Seamless because I think we kind of need to. Because that means that we can like score out an agenda off of La Costa or without and then still jam the next card. I think that's pretty important. It's also like a soft econ card. But I think we need to do that. Yeah, Adrian we need to play. Vovo we could consider playing. Managarm we could consider playing. Adria is like a very obvious include. These 3 ofs of all these upgrades seem a bit suspicious. Like maybe Mitra is just a 2 of. I think peer review should be a 0 of in the deck, but we know how it is. We have 14 ice. That can't be enough. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that really can't be enough. We need some code gates that matter, like a Fairchild 3. Mitra as an econ don't cut her. Yeah, maybe you're right. That we should just have her as an econ card and call it a day. We can do 2 Adrians. Hallman's better than a Teia because it triggers ID. Yeah, but so doesn't everything? Like, so does Moonpool? We need FC3 real. Yeah, if we just had a good code gate, we could like anchor this thing on. I full send on all the sys-offs that move around and call the deck chairs on the Titanic. Oh man. We could spend less influence on Brawn and play like a Botu, but Brawn is just really good. Brawn is just good. I don't like this. I miss Gatekeeper. I do. I don't know if I played Gatekeeper in this, but I do miss it. Let's see what this test draw is like. Like, I don't see a chance. Okay, this hand is very bad. Okay. Like, that's what I mean. Like, how do you A Teia this? How do you A Teia this? We just like, oh god, it's bad. Why no Botu? 51 cards, and we already have 3 bronze. It's also bronze a lot better than Botu. Unless you care about the face damage. This is good. Oh god, I hate peer review. What are you meant to do with peer review? Like, if we do Samat remote, we don't have an A Teia trigger. No, we would like Vampy build a new remote. Yeah, 13 ice is way too few. Not only for a scoring deck, but for an A Teia deck. So we get to cut this trash and then play more ice. The issue is we run into a problem where the ice starts to cost influence if it's going to be good. Why is this an A Teia again? Daria, because we got so many triggers. What are you talking about? Yeah, 13 ice is way too low. We need to have ice because installing ice is generally where we get the more value. We need to build tall. I don't know if there's a lot of ice in the game that cares about being tall outside of like a rhyme server, which I don't know if we're excited to do a rhyme server. I don't think we are with only 13 ice. Like Palisade seems fine. Like, do we literally spend influence on Maskarovka and are happy about it? Is that the world we live in? It's 2025 worlds. You're putting Maskarovka in your Jinteki scoring deck? Or is like Tattoo Bowler and Maskarovka? And Blighter. Yeah, Palisade's not bad. It's not the worst. What's our ideal archives ice that we prio into? Nothing. We just end a run. I don't care about the ice on archives. Ideal is a Saisenton. Literally nothing. I don't care. MIC? Yeah, MIC would be really good. Maybe we cut the seamlesses. I would really like MIC. I think MIC was like hot in Ag Infusion. It's hot in any like Jinteki Glacier because your code gate slot really sucks for keeping people out. Drafter because it's funny. The problem with playing Drafter is like you're playing Jinteki, so people are more likely to install their killer and face check more than basically any other faction. So having a cheeky Drafter is worth less. Like that's just the sentries are just kind of their face checks are devalued. Some people die to Saisenton, specifically JNet Casual. And I mean that as in like, oh, I don't care. Not that JNet Casual doesn't play well, but a lot of people are like, oh, we'll risk it. If it's a tournament, people play safer. So like the chance that your Drafter fires in Jinteki is like just such a low chance. Yeah, it's a sentry. It's a sentry. It's weird that it is a sentry, but there's a precedent because of Architect, but it definitely feels like a code gate. It's very strange. It's a sentry. We're up on a lot of barriers. No, I'd rather run Sama. Drafter and Scatterfield are funny in Teia. I could see Scatterfield. I just like, I think we're gonna have two servers that both have two ice. This is getting a bit better. Oh, that got worse. But like if we do Hedge Fund, we install Cohort, get the ice, put the longevity behind it. If they run HQ, we res an MIC. We score the longevity. Oh God. Oh God. If firing it hurts as much as a sentry. Yeah, you're right about that. It does feel good. Would a single blade be good for late game recur with Mitra? I don't know. I think with free Mitra, we don't have to be precious about it. And even then the Mitra has to go into another server. So it's not like very obviously setting something else. Like we're much more likely to get an Adrian because at least we can move the Adrian on the following turn if it survives. Like this hand is playable, but this hand, like I still don't know why we're A Teia here. Like I think we'd be better off as functionally any other Jinteki. The real thing you'll discover that A Teia wants to set up a remote from turn 1 and you die horribly in centrals. Oh yeah, no, 100%. But that's the same with PT. It's the same with basically any tempo Jinteki besides RH that's okay going at a really slow space. Is like PT, you want to dump your hand. And then you lose on centrals because you got like transferred on turn 1. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think A Teia is going to have the same thing where like we cannot stabilize centrals and do A Teia because A Teia's remote server ability is just so card hungry. And if we're spending 2 cards to build 2 remote servers, functionally we largely need 3 cards to build 2 remote servers on turn 1. Like what do we do for centrals? We hope. So like if we could play 3 pop-up windows, I think we would. Just to get something on centrals like Tithes. Yeah, Tithe I guess is the closest. That's why I need Immersion Ballard to protect centrals. I'm down to try it. I'm definitely down to try it. I'm surprised, but I'm down to try it. Then we can play like 1 Botu. Peer review would help the turn 1 setup, but then we're jumping like 4 cards from our opening hand. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Worth making room for an Antil. I'm hoping Charlotte's our Antil. But I maybe 3 Regolith is actually more important. Maybe we play no operations. Can we play no operations? Is that wild? Vovo can work. Vovo's not bad. It's just, I'm not excited about Vovo. But Charlotte, yeah, I don't know if we need Antil. I would consider cutting all operations. Have that be our little cheeky thing. Yeah, these don't trigger A Teia. Let's just do everything we can to trigger A Teia. Definitely needs more ice. We're at 15. Yeah, we need more ice. Like central ice, like Tithes. Is a clicker brush and immersion worth influence? I don't know, Spiral. I think we're going to find out together. I'm on the doubt side, but like, I'm definitely down to try. One empiricist? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll play one anime doctor. Finally, the thing we all been waiting for, the return of Kekugo HQ. That's all we need. Can we cut Gamble from Moosely because it doesn't trigger Moosely? Yeah, and you have more fun when you do it. Like Daria, I did that, and it was so much fun. God, these hands have no money in them because we cut all the hedge funds and all the money out of the deck. How do we add more money into the deck? Our econ cards are Regolith, Charlotte, Mitra. That's not enough. How do we just put more money in the deck? Like nano, how much is nano etching? 2? 2. That's not where we should be looking when we need to add money to a Jinteki deck. Oh, we got structural problems. Tattoo? Okay, tattoo, I guess. Oh God, these hands. You know, these hands are so... Okay, like this is defensible, right? Wait, Mitra doesn't do anything on her own. Oh God, these hands are not defensible. Wait, this hand is awful. How do you okay, say that you have this hand. How do you attain it? Starts with a P. I don't even know what it is, Miller. Petty cash? We're on 0 Fujis? Yeah, we need econ. We don't care about cards. We want to econ. I want to score this or get the stolen. I don't want to do 2 damage. Trank Grid over Mersha, we can't do it because we have Lacosta. I think if we don't do Lacosta and we do Trank Grids, yeah. But I want to try Mersha because it's a new card. I've not played it in A Teia. Like, what are you meant to do with this hand? Install Charlotte, Advanced Charlotte's already 2 clicks. So you can get a free ice in front of not Charlotte. Realistically, only A Teia starting turn 2. Oh, it's a peer review joke. Okay. That went over my head. Apologies. Shit, we need money. I think we need a hedge fund. I don't think I can sit against a criminal turn 1 and not play hedge fund. Right? Like what? Maybe we just play petty cash because we can discard petty cash to... I guess we have no discard effect besides Botu. Charlotte, tattoo, hand event Charlotte. I mean, that's probably it. Why are we on 0 ops? Because of A Teia. Like, that's literally it. It's because of A Teia. So I think we cut an Adrian. We cut a cohort. How important is it actually to fire A Teia turn 1? Emotionally super important. Like, very important. Like, I'm going to have this in my hand all game important. How, like, tactically important? Probably not. But then as soon as you're committing your resources onto the table, you don't have a lot of card draw, so it's hard to refill your hand. 3 Hanseis, 3 hedge fund, 3 petties, literally one of the best econ packages right now, even HB splashing for it. Yeah, so then why are we playing A Teia? I'm not liking the cohort, but he's strapped for great swaps. I think we don't play it. I think we do this. I like this better already. The issue is we don't have a lot of things to put in remote servers. No, we have all these upgrades. What are you talking about, Andre? No, you're good. This is better. Seems rough to not have hedge Hansei. Yeah, maybe Hansei is actually worth something. Okay, this is already better, right? Like, this is a perfect opener. So good. We don't A Teia on turn 1 chat. We want Tattoo Bowl on a remote server because it's like kind of sick. So we can do hedge fund. Okay, we would draw. Great. Hedge fund, tattoo HQ. I'll just tie the HQ. I don't care. Next turn. Oh, wait, that's good. We can do Mersha tattoo. No, this hand is actually really good. We figure it out when the game's live. This hand is fine. No, it's actually kind of bad, but it's kind of fine. I feel like 2 Vampies, 2 MICs is a bit rich for our blood. Yeah, we're going to live with that. Adrian Mersha can slide over without needing ice. Yeah, that's kind of good. Is that you just put them in the remote server and they slide over. Peer Fund is like hedge install. It is, but it's also... It's the rest of the text that I have the issue with. It's not the like greasing the palm of it. The rest of it's pretty bad. Yeah, this is a playable hand. Okay, we can do this. Super playable. I feel like our scoring is just kind of bad. We have 1 defensive upgrade. We have to pre-advance. Oh no, we have Lacosta. Maybe we'll be fine. Going to get run down by tier 1 Sable. Someone's going to try and prove a point that it is. New Corp deck. Cool. Super playable. Let's go. Yeah, I kind of want to do Acid Spam A Teia. The issue is like the text on the card. All right, let's go. Like, thank you. Arasana. Woo, good hand. Perfect hand. Fantastic hand. Snap keep hand. Scaretron. Hey. Best of luck. Have fun. All right, Tehran kept. We're getting illuminated. It's happening. Okay, just play E-Strike. Hold on. We got to think this through. Thinking. So hand is good. We either want a Regolith in the remote server or a Charlotte. The issue here is Charlotte is 2 clicks. And so if we want to ice it, it's our whole turn. So we could do like Charlotte. We could install Regolith Charlotte. We could Tattoo Bola Charlotte and Advanced Charlotte. I think that's probably the play. We get blown out by Illumination, but like we want Tron to do a thing. Watch this be transfer. We're fine if it's transfer because we go down to 2. We can still res Tattoo Bola. But this is actually like kind of good. Like honestly, pretty okay. Ice Up Centrals, nah. I always want Tattoo on the remote server because it fires a Teia. Because the Teia is only on the remote. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna happen. This is fine. Trust, it's fine. This is fine. We could have hedge fund iced R&D, but no. We want Tron to have fun. Oh, we're fucked. So bad. That's so bad for us. We had to do all that to Teia. Tron spends 1 click installing all of this stuff. I mean, sometimes there's no illumination. I guess Tron kept. It's okay. We walked into that one? Yeah, to some extent. Okay, so let's look at our board state. We got a Charlotte and a Tattoo Bola. Tron has 10 credits, a Nuka, an Azimuth. Didn't play Into the Groove first. That'd been really cool. Hey, we drew hedge funds. Okay, so now I guess we ice up HQ. Issue is we can't A Teia this turn, so we advance Charlotte. We play a hedge fund. We MIC R&D. Keep an ice in hand. Our ability is useless until we burst draw, and our deck doesn't have a lot of burst draw. We had Teia once. I've been playing around Illumination in so many games on like stream, and it's never happened until it happens, and then it's really, really quite bad. Action. We got a pass priority, not only prognostic but Arasana. So like, good thing that Slap Vandal is good into Arasana. Because if you host a Trojan on it, that becomes our Trojan. We get to keep it. We got to change the sleeve on it, and we go home with a slightly bigger collection of Netrunner cards. Issue is the Tattoo Bola does not have a swap here. Let's see if we go Muse Propeller. I guess we can't. Oh, this is Q-Loop Muse. Okay, so you can. Muse Slap, weird. I guess we're hushing this from hand? What are we doing? Yeah, we're hushing it from hand. I mean, whatever, man. The question is better? Oh no, Tron has an Azimuth. This is free. Very funny. He swapped a Brond. Yeah, no, if he puts a Slap Vandal on there, he definitely has a Hush. Which, like, I'm okay that all these cards got pinned on this because we can just overinstall it. Let alone we can just build a new server. DZ. Okay, so he has low on tempo, but we are also very low on tempo. Each of these goes down for 2 credits, which is actually a bit. So I think we do Lacosta Braun and then Lacosta in here. The other way we can split the servers, I'm not sure how we want to split the servers. Like, there's some reason that we want to trash this. It just makes it slightly harder to simulchip. But then if Tron moves these over, I think we just have to keep Tron busy. We just have to make complicated board states. This is fine. All right, we've done it twice. We saved a credit this time. Yeah, I don't know if we want to overinstall. Like, it pins stuff down. I guess into spec work, it's good. We already saw 1 spec work, but we'll see. I don't think this list is on, what's it called? The one that returns things. Okay, Lacosta. So we could have got an agenda here, sort of. Adrian is fine. We can get a double install. All right, we have a play here. New remote, server 2, hedge fund. We also could just pre-advance this. We don't need to because we res Lacosta. We're gonna need at least 12 credits. Res Adrian, slide Adrian. Okay. Rejig? Yeah, rejig could be a thing. I don't know if we overwrite the tattoo because like it requires a slap vandal and it pins the hush down. Like maybe we could. I don't think the credit matters because it's, well, it literally doesn't matter because it's free. Oh, he is on urban. Okay. So with urban, the trash is actually worth something. Yeah, we're at 2 counters, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 3 counters. Thank you. That's really well timed. Oh, we're not going to trash anything for obvious reasons. We'll shuffle back Charlotte, La Costa, Hedge, and we'll just put this in there and see what happens. Yeah, we have an issue where our hand size gets empty, and then we don't do anything. Like maybe we need to play, unfortunately, besides Calvin, which would eat our server and like really ruin our stuff, is we probably need to play a draw 3 card. Like maybe we spend influence on the predicted planogram. 3 out of 4, maybe? How many turns you fire your ID? Yeah. Not a new thing I missed because I've been able to catch the streams. I like clicking this thing to keep track of stuff that we're trying to get some information on. Action. I wonder if this was on a poison vial because then we get ruined. So this drops us to 5. You could click through this and then like get through the tattoo bullet, and then we have to hope Adrian holds. This has no text on it. Yeah, he's even letting us install a thing, so that's fine. There's a good way to get drawn Jinteki for 0 influence with the new cards. What's that? I don't know. Is it Auco? It might be Auco, huh? It's Auco. Yeah, okay, it's Auco. I hear you. I think we could just change the straight. Oh, if we change the straight to Auco, we'd actually would want to change our, like we would have very few ways to get counters, but there's a chance that this deck is just better in Auco. Man, A Teia is so cool. I feel like I wish the guardrails were just not on this, but the not limit to remote servers would be such asset spam. Oh, this is fine. We don't have to do anything with this, so we just hedge fund. On 2 credits, I'm not super worried about this. A virus would make sense in the list. We lost an Adrian for free. Oh, we're going back. Yeah, okay. Hashan Bran, yeah. Okay, so the top 2 are known. We don't want to score this. Oh, that's really good. Purge doesn't make sense. So we can install... I don't think we do that. I don't think we install res, gain a credit. I think we'd rather keep this. It's the same as clicking for credits. We can go up to 11, or we can install, go up to 10. Night, everyone. Hey, Mila, thanks for dropping in. The wife is going to get ready for work real soon and going to bounce to hang out with her before she has to leave. That'll be so long. Enjoy. Hades 2 also came out today, which is a good surprise. Yeah, they Peach Champ here. It's really bad if he gets us with that. Here on functionally 3 credits, maybe he doesn't. I think 11, he might be scared because we didn't res this on 5, so it's more likely to be an empiricist or a vampy. Maybe there's some respect there. Luckily, like, we had no real reason to rush this out. Even if there wasn't the pressure for Conduit, we might not just like straight score it. Illumination, okay. Action. This is interesting because we actually can stop the illumination if we want to throw the ice at him because it's MIC. It could get hushed, admittedly, but if he hushes this, I don't know if he gets in. Maybe he was hoping this was a damage card. So mad I can't play both of them. It's Slap Vandal. Oh god, it's so good. He breaks 1 subroutine. It doesn't see conduit cards though, which is good. But yeah, he ran last click into like a very hard called MIC. So we could trash the MIC to end the run, but then we have nothing here. I think we have to hold this. He does get Illumination. He has 5 cards in hand on 3 credits functionally. It sees a conduit, but that's all it does. He knows the card he's accessing, so it's basically just Illumination triple install. So he gains like 6 clicks from this. If we throw out the MIC though, he knows the next card. We don't know how quickly we're getting ice on this. I pop the MIC for spite. I'm kind of there. It's a lot of installs. He also, it trashes the slap vandal, so it strands to urban. It's probably not right. If the next card is an ice, it's right. I'm gonna do it. If the next ice is not card is not ice, we're in a bad spot. Oh god. Oh no. Well, we had a good run. Then a message does nothing. He doesn't know the cards, but if he runs Charlotte, we have to see deeper. I think we leaked some information there. This is better. He can't Peach a Xiaoyu anymore? Yeah, you're right. That's a good technically a plus. You've only got 4 clicks here. 1 more illumination to go. So we have the Charlotte to like break lock. He doesn't know anything here, but if he like runs R&D sees 2, runs Charlotte, we might just have to go straight for the Charlotte here. Do you think he forks the Charlotte? Oh, it doesn't draw cards. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We have to hope all our agendas are on the bottom. That's not a good start. He trashed a Spin Doctor for free, so now we're seeing 3 new cards. A virus would be good. But this is what I mean. Like, Central's pressure doesn't make sense. Obviously, the illumination on turn 1 was an issue, and we could have protected that. But like, you just don't have everything you need to make your ability cool and also ice up Centrals. 4 new? I think it's only 3. So we probably don't fire Charlotte here because it just sees deeper into the deck. If we purge, is it bad? Counters plus? Well, he gets a counter, so he sees another card, but then he trashed 2. So he only sees 3 more, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because you always see 1 more, and then he trashed 2. I don't think we res the Charlotte. I don't think we want to break lock. You need dig for ice? Yeah, actually, no, that's very true. Yeah, that's actually super true. Lacosta on prop. Okay, that's good. And we're going to be on threat. Actually, very, very good. Wait, we can recover from this. So we do advance. We can even move Adrian to R&D. We need a purge next turn. Botu, we have to have a card in hand. Oh my god, we have to have card in hand. Did you click your counter for that Charlotte Mitra install? Yes, I did. We're on 4. So Botu on R&D, advance the prop, advance Charlotte. I think that's it. We can move Adrian to R&D. I think it forces... Actually, no, it doesn't force any credits because you just pay 0 and then Azimat it, right? Maybe this emotionally buys us space. It also gives us like an Adrian that we can fire. Okay. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt Prague? Yeah, we have to wait for Prague to fire. Might be. Yeah, we're gonna have to purge. That'll probably be next turn. I really want to purge while we have something in the server though. Even if it's just a regolith to keep him busy. He has the credits to trash this on Azimuth. So we're up at 9. He knows the next 4 cards or 3 cards. I didn't track well. But Proprietary Negation is pretty good into Arsana because you generally have like limited uses of certain things. Actually, that's probably not even true. This Mitra is sick though. Okay. So either we purge or we double install. I don't think we have to purge this turn. It sees like 2 new cards. He's on an explosive amount of credits, but he doesn't have the card draw. So he has to do like Nuka double install run. Or even single install prognostic run could do it. So we could greed this and do Charlotte and then purge next turn. I'm kind of okay with that. We just need to make sure we have cards in hand. That's the one thing I'm worried about is we can only fire this Boto like once. I think we just res this and empty this a bit. And we'll purge next turn. Doesn't force them through Boto twice to see the conduit at cards. Yeah. You've done 3 cards since he saw 5. I think that's right. So if he runs, he still sees a lot of cards. And R&D, we've drawn 19, only seen 3. So R&D is a bit more dense. Oh, that's what we're worried about. That's behind my face. That is the bad one. That's Poison Vial. Really, really not good for us. We can wear this down. Oh, this eats the threat text. That doesn't really matter. But now you just like break this for 1 functionally. Poison Vial really annoys me. Really annoying card. But that was from hand. Oh no, that was SMC from deck. So There is no slap Vendel because 2 are in the bin. Yeah, right. They got trashed. So break 2 net, and then he's going to poison the rest. Or fire all. Okay, so we have to force and end the run here, and then he can run back. So he doesn't even need a poison vial. This is what I mean. If we don't have cards in hand, we're in a bad spot. But we will end the run here. It wastes a click. I'll trade this Adrian for a click. We're back. Even this poison vial challenges this Brown in a really, really bad way. Because you can just single click and then poison. And now you just go through this. So what do we have to do? We have to play different to waste a click. We cannot prepare negation until after this. I don't think we prepare negation here. Like, we have to get lucky to win. There's no way around it. Yeah, there's no way around it. I don't think we can afford to do this. Because no matter what, he's running back. So I think we'd have to spend some money. Spend 0. We overspent. But now he can only trash Adrian, and then he has to come back. So we could proprio before we hit. Like, we could proprio now, and it basically stops the 3-card axis. It's not likely we lose on a 3-card axis. The bummer is if it's a send a message, we don't get value. But I think we just like take our lumps here. We purge. The issue is the slap Vendel is just so good into the bow too. Like, we really need a top deck of Tattoo Bola here. I don't think we have proprio here. If we lose, we lose. But yeah, running RD for 1 credit is going to be a problem for us with a conduit. All right, unknown cards. Ugh. I mean, that's kind of cool. They're all in hand. All right, we're good. A Mitra on R&D would be really good because Mitra is also very good into Arizona. Adrian's so bad. Yes, it's a successful run. Lacoste onto Charlotte. I think we want to draw here. Some part of me wants to not purge. Wait, do we not purge? No. Well, like, it's so fascinating because the Mitra is here. So he's going to take the slap Vendel back to hand. If he runs this, we Mitra, and then he has to deal with the MIC, which I can't tell if that's right. You gotta purge? I mean, probably. I just want to Mitra this so bad. The part of me just wants to like ruin 2 things, but he knows we have it. So like, it's up to him to play around it poorly. And I don't think he will. He has the vial. Oh no, of course he has the vial, but like if we pull out the MIC, he can't break any of them. And if he doesn't break any of them, he can't vial it, right? Like, this is only when you break a counter. So he needs to like install the slap Vendel, but like the slap Vendel returns to hand. Oh yeah, so he can just still respond with Arsana. That's awful. By running HQ? I mean, I don't think he is. We need to know he knew the next, what, 6 cards? Or 5 cards? 6 cards? Because we drew with Charlotte? Things are happening. I don't know what's happening. We just need to find a 5-3 and jam it, but if we don't have a shuffle effect, it's going to take us a year. Yeah, you can take that down. Yeah. 3-hour server. All right, he has 300 credits. He's waiting for us to break lock. Oh god, this is what we drew. It's so bad. Wait, because like, wait, Mitra trashes the slap, so you return the slap and then you run it. But then we don't Mitra, so we res the Boto, so you slap the Boto. Yeah, no matter what, we don't win on that interaction. That's really funny. I need to know how many cards he sees. It's very hard for me to track on JNet. In Netrunner play, you can put them sideways on top of your deck. I just find it easier to follow when I also pick the cards up. But I think he saw, how many cards did he see thinking? He had 7 counters? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's hard to tell because it scrolls too fast. 1. It's so hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've drawn 4 of them. So the next 3 are known. Okay, the next 3 are known. So we cannot break lock this turn. We could draw once, which would be totally fair. Yeah, it's better in hand. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. We could put a Mitra on R&D to keep him confused. Next turn we'll break lock by drawing. This is fine. I think we keep this hedge fund. Do we advance the Charlotte? I think if we're doing nothing but clicking for credits, we better advance the Charlotte. Like maybe you play the hedge fund, but I'm okay with the hand padding. I guess we don't have Anoetic, so it's not like we need hand padding for anything besides boat 2. But I'm pretty sure he knows the next 3. He's gonna have an explosive economy here because he can like go in no clicks. He can go plus, what, 13? When you simulchip out of Coalescence. The Mitra window. Don't mind if I do. You're losing the Slap Vandal. I guess you have to simulchip it back. I'm surprised you didn't return this if you're expecting this line. Because I think this challenges Mitra a bit better. Did I miss the window? How does this work? Why can't I do it? Oh, got it. Oh, he's in the middle of Prague. I res too soon, but there's no surprise there. It's not an approach, yeah. Mitra happens in the initiation. Maybe it's when the runner. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Never mind. It is approach. You just have to res it during initiation. Why add this window here? Yeah, but he's considering his choices. I think he should have bounced the slap vandal with Urban is my read on it, because then if I don't flip, he slap vandals. If I do flip, he slap vandals. Because here he's losing a slap vandal. So we get credits. We can't do our ability. We only have 1 target here. It's a pretty good ability target, unless you drop an Oiler. I guess he had priority there before he res, but I don't think it matters. We should have asked for prio. Yeah, you're right. It's the initiation phase is only so you can res Mitra, not use Mitra. That is bizarre. Zerum for 3? That's something. This card is known. The next 2 cards are known. Okay, he trashed a Regolith, so the next 2 cards are known. No, next 1 card is known because we drew 1. Because we drew 5, he trashed 6, so only the next card is known. So if he runs again, he sees a new card. Is it because of our outer ice? Yeah. The alternative would be that Mitra would have to have been res before the run begins. Oh yeah, sure. Just like KP Lin and like other cards back in the day. I just, with only 1 card that uses the window, it is annoying on JNet to add that window to every interaction functionally. Even when there's no upgrades or cards in the remote server, it asks you for that interaction, right? I guess you only see a counter here, not that it matters. This card's good. Hey, Pete. Proprietary illumination. I don't think it matters. I might be wrong, but it says run R&D if successful. It doesn't care if it's successful in R&D, does it? Does it only care if it's successful in general? Can you proprietary illumination? It does? It cares. Huh. I didn't think it did. Successful keyword to apply only to the run that could have been initiated. If successful has keyworded. So he saw 3 cards, he stole 1 of them. Not a card that we cared about, but we're both on game point. It's all about the Sams. Yeah, I think we're gonna need the proprietor for the remote, but I don't know how we win because he just runs this for like no credits. Same word as transfer. I was gonna check what transfer said on it, but that's good to know. Another Betrunner R&D will be kind of cool. Let's do our thing. How's it going, by the way, Jeff? Choose a card in server 2. Ooh, ice. I like ice. Ice is good. Purge is not going to do it. I think we don't Mitra these. I think we trash them. We're at 0 simulchips besides the 1 on the table. And Muse check 1 Muse. So like Shaper still has all the recursion. Yeah, my virus would be really good. I think we do have to trash this. Over Zombie, how's it going, sweet? Install Mitra on R&D, install second piece over R&D. I think that's probably it. I think just trashing 2 Trojans is like really, really good for us. And then we just stop Charlotte cooking. Still think he makes one run and we lose though, because like Brawn Seisenton's not that good. So I think we Brawn and swap the Brawn for like the Botu slightly harder. He has access to slap poison, so overriding isn't great here. Yeah, exactly. Like no matter what we do, it's not great. No, well, he has to, yeah, he has to simulchip slap. But no matter what, that's why we need a Mount of Ice. So like we could do Bran, Saisantan, Mitra. That could be our turn. Like triple install. Like I think if we do, like we're gonna lose on R&D. The best thing we could have done is draw a Fly Swatter, but then maybe he hushes it like on the call. Oh, thinking. But I don't know if we have good lines here because like this. No, this he clicks through, this he slap vandals, and then he vials through both of them. Like our ace just loses meaning. And this one we should Mitra. Because he's going to pull the Peach Shell off. If we Mitra this, we can make the MIC into a Botu. Like maybe that's something. I don't know. This all seems kind of expensive. Can we even afford this? Like this goes down to 11. We install Mitra. We want to Mitra the last one. So we have to res 6, 5, and then we're down. We can't. Isn't double barrier annoying? No, because I think he just clicks through Brawn and poison vials it. That's my read. I think he just clicks poisons. But like maybe the only thing we can afford here is hedge Mitra. Because here he just runs it. He either slaps this or clicks poisons, and then we flip this to like the Botu, and then he slaps that. I'm not feeling great. But again, lose on centrals is what we're expecting for the deck. And again, when there's this much pressure on centrals, like our remote server just doesn't make sense. So our ability doesn't make sense. I think if we had a way to like draw a lot of cards so that we can like make a burst play, maybe there's something there. Would it be worth making room for Samuk in this deck? I think we have one. This is definitely a good Samuk matchup. On average, Samuk is better than it was a bit ago. But there's one Samuk in here. I would install Overriding the Ice with Brawn, install Sace, install Mitra. We don't have a Sace. Oh, Saisanton. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that being good. I think this does function the same thing. Well, yeah, kind of. Maybe it doesn't. The thing is our deck is like already very barrier heavy. There's an asset that drew 3 and maybe even gave 3 credits. An asset? DECKLISTS, I don't even know what that is. Like, do you... Yeah, Sace. The other Sace. Saisanton. Okay, that's good. If you slap Vendel, this is a bit harder. Okay, poison. Pause to react. Nah? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying nah, and you had a thing to do to stop that. All right, no action. So we can give Botu, which is scarier. With 6 cards in hand, this Isanton doesn't seem super useful. This is 4 strength. Sorry, 6 strength, which is still within Slap Vandal camp. I don't know. Oh, Rashida. Yeah. Okay, I have forgotten about Rashida. It's been a while since we said that name. All right, so let's cost us a Lacosta. He can just take 2 damage here. Is this server good enough we can purge? I can't tell. Oh, yeah, right. All our ice is broken for credit. This one's actually broken functionally for free. Like, I don't... At least we run out of poison vial counters at some point. But yeah, this breaker suite always gets me. It makes me really upset. Great. Mersha got trashed. We're going back. It cost us 2 credits. Ugh. Wait, what are you doing for Boto here? Because you run out of poison, don't you? Do you have one on Prague? What's the play here? How do you deal with this? Ah! How do I've emotionally conceded. Do we like mechanically concede? This is to see one more card. Like we just purge and he's wasting poison. If we survive this, like we can purge. I honestly don't know if we Charlotte. Yeah, we probably do. Great. That was 6 cards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, it's so hard to track. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, I should just make this taller. 1, 2, 3, 5 cards. Where agenda in hand? Archives. Well, eventually it runs out of like poison because I don't think this actually has a conventional breaker in it. I could be wrong. Samak would be really, really good. We still have 3 spin doctors, so in theory we could like overwrite one of these. Okay, there's more recursion. So again, the recursion is 3 simul chips. This is the last one. 3 muses. There's 2 accounted for. So they're still coming back. Tron must build an engine for sure. He only has 4 cards left, so maybe he just runs out of gas and we win by having our agendas on the bottom of the deck. This doesn't seem healthy. Will we Charlotte? We saw 5 cards. We're going to purge anyways. Yeah, we can Charlotte. We purge for sure. Poison vial chip? No, just a weapon. Yeah. I was thinking about this on the Metro the other day. Like, at what point? Okay, I honestly think there's probably no point in which the Gunrunner actually becomes a good card because it's just functionally too slow unless they print busted sideboard grade like silver bullet weapons or viruses, I guess. Like, I don't know what it'll take for. I don't even remember his name. What's the name of the Gunrunner? Okay, he's down to 2 cards. If he plays an Ashen, we he actually yeah. I mean, this is a 5 for Proprio. For Asmund, yeah, Asmund Pula, yeah. It's still a good run. But like he's on 1 card. 13 credits. Okay. So he's waiting for us to break lock, which hey, we just did. Poison vials on 2 counters. So he can see new cards. Tithe R&D seems very annoying. Yeah, it's like perfect. Oh, Tattoo Bull is pretty good too, actually. Tattoo Bull is really good. The Hush is still in hand, so he has to Hush the Bola. But I like, there's a chance here that if we do this on R&D, he waits for us to lose on the remote server, which power to him. That's the play. Like, that's really, really good. What you can do is waste his time until you Tattoo Bola on the last swap. But the problem is like A Teia is only the first time. So you can't do the first and second swap, but the last swap and you put a card on the table, like there's something to it. But I think here we just do Tattoo Tithe. That's it. Maybe we do double Tattoo. Like, we just have to be annoying as possible. Like, maybe we just do triple ice on R&D, but I just don't know how we went on the remote. And then he just becomes click to credits camp. And then maybe we can get Adrian back with Spin Doctor. And then we have to do multiple tattoos here. Like, I can't tell. Like, Proprio is going to be okay. I don't know. This is hard. Why not set up a second Lacosta? He's just going to trash it for 2 credits. I don't think it's worth much. It's something we will do probably when we don't have a line, but I think we need to do 2 of these. Yikes. You could ice it? Yeah. I think it's good to have the second Lacosta, so if we do the tattoo swap, we can put a 4-2, which is functionally all our agendas besides the same. Teia's fired 4 times. We're a 14 turn game. Oh no. Yeah, Flux would be really good here. That's infinite poison to some extent. But I think the tattoo bullets will actually cause a problem. Can I? Oh, cool. Yeah, no problem. He's doing something on our turn. Oh, Cheswa. Cool. Go with Prague, but Prague doesn't do anything. So is our hand breakers? Like, we know the hand is Hush, Muse. Let's see what happens here. Because like 2 tattoo bulls actually might be a. Is this the new card? Are we tracking? I think we drew 4. I think this is not a new card. But if he hushes this, he can't hush the second one. You're saying there's a chance. No, he's gonna remote camp. Maybe 2 tattoo bulls was too much. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't just derez my ice like that. Something went wrong. There's the hush. Okay. So you got us there. Now we're ending the run. Okay, if we break lock here, we push. Do we break lock and push? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Multi-sub ice is good. So we can do La Costa MIC remote. Trashing this has some relevance, but it is a very good ice. Because Tattoo Bowl is just very good into the matchup, so I don't think we do. It gives him like Urban Art credits, but I don't think the Urban Art credits matter when he's on 15 plus this. I wish we had something to put in the remote server, but we don't. That's good. If he trashes this next turn, we can do La Costa another one, which saves us 3. I forgot if you put Aniccam in. That's a little secret we got going. He might have a burner to do like burner and then like charge the supposed Aniccam. Our defensive upgrades, we have 3 Adrians. They're all kind of stiff arming each other. This is good. Want to stick the Tithe onto the other La Costa? I think that's a good line. I like that better than clicking for a credit. Maybe we need the Tithe on centrals because it is just slightly annoying. But yeah, putting an ice on La Costa is like a very, I think I clicked this on accident. No, that's right. I think it is a pretty meaningful difference. Having to break a single ice is actually forcing a tool from him. I don't mind that. Even just like a Sai Santan would be good because that really forces a breaker where the Tithe you could decide not to. Okay, this is good. Because the second Tattoo Bowl is going to be a problem. So Tattoo for coffee. Just doing 1 damage. Yeah, 1 damage is like not bad. Second, rolling. So this forces something from his hand. He has 4 cards left. I don't know if we know what they are. Like maybe there's another environmental left. Fireall, yeah. I think he's going to give up on R&D now. So he just camps the remote, which is going to make very ugly gameplay. I think his hand is Muse, environmental. That's all we know. So now trashing this is slightly better, but then this Tattoo Ball is better. Yeah, we're on 1 Samak. Samak top deck would actually be sick. He didn't run this. That's kind of fun. But now he's going to remote camp, which is like maybe even uglier for us. Wait, that's sick. That's really good. That's really quite good. He doesn't know any of these cards. I don't want to let Reza Spin Doctor into an open HQ because we like just lose to burner. I want to pad against burner. Hey, Vicetron, how's it going? I watched your video about the recent ban list. Sorry you're not NBN happy. So we could ice this up. I honestly don't know if we use Mersha here. Move Ursha, install more ice. Yeah. Yeah, I think we actually... Well, the issue is if we have 2 little cards in hand. I'm thinking, If we have 2 little cards in hand, if we res the Spin Doctor, which we can decide not to, then he can run HQ. I want to watch out for that. But I do think we just put more ice on this. This seems good enough. So I think we do credit and we Mersha here. So we'll install, I don't know, like this. That was expensive. 3 faction on each side of the game is nice and symmetrical. I'd override the Hush and Slap. With the Spin Doctor, yeah, maybe right now we should have. I think that would do enough damage to him. I like that. With the Spin Doctor, getting the Tattoo Bola back is good. Holy crap, there's 12 cards in R&D. Yeah, 100% I should have done that. We should have got rid of those 2 things for 1. Oh, there's 12 cards in R&D? There's 5 and 12 agendas. The Spin Doctor is actively not good for us. Like, we might not res it. Okay. Yeah, I think destroying this would have been better for us. This server he's giving up because I think he thinks it's Anoetic, which makes... He's got double Hush. Are you kidding me? He's got double Hush. Are you kidding me? Wait, how does he break this? I think we still proprio this and we're fine. No, we're not fine. Wait, we just basically get him to waste the poison vials and then we proprio him. I think we're okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, Cror. Because he's going to click this poison. And then he has to poison the Botu and then he's out. No, he can triple click this. So he has one more poison, which means he can make this run once more. But he has, his hand is like Muse, Environmental, one unknown card. So we just do nothing. We click for credits, ice this, unless we draw an agenda. Yeah, we're in an okay spot. I think we don't res the spin. Go archives. No, but he can make one more run next turn because he just does break for one, this and this. So we have to replace one of these with an ice that matters, and then he muses back on top of it. I don't think we res the spin here. Yeah, he full clicks Brown. He has to, I think. Okay. This is good. Overinstall the 2 tattoos. I don't know if it's enough. I think we install send a message. We don't res a spin. We overinstall that. We advance the send a message. We probably have to click for credit because he might call us on this. This is 16 credits. And then we Mersha on top of this. We trash these two. And then we put like a tithe on there. IA Sam. I don't know if we have to IA. Oh no, we have to IA, sorry, because we're gonna lose. Like we're not gonna win. Oh my god, our text, yeah. Yeah, Meteor saves us 3. That's a good point. And we can get a barrier, especially because these are trashed. So I think we just Mersha on here. I think just trashing his tools is enough. Because these credits are not worth anything. So we'll put a... Vampy's worse for him. He has Muse for slap from hand. So he can use and poison vial this, but then he can't get through the Botu. We still can lose on a single run R&D. It's all about the last Sam. Plus credit, plus credit. Get in the garbage. Yeah, okay. We have to make sure we manage our economy. So it's no longer 4 barriers, but if I'm not mistaken, his hand is. We could have a full read. I believe he has maybe a Nuka. Definitely has a Muse. That's all I can tell. If we res this, we go down to 8. That seems like enough. Nah. Luckily, we're not going to draw off this. So he muses for slap and poisons this, but then what does he do to Botu? I guess he gets through this with a Fazarum, right? Yeah, we can still lose. He has 1 run here. It's a 1 in 11. Because he triple clicks through this and then he clicks and poisons this. So it's literally a 1 in 11. Because this is his last run. All right. There's a chance. That's a pretty good chance. Come on. Pick your axes. Run R&D. Not even close. I mean, like, it wasn't even close. Good game. I mean, you did see some cards. That's wild. That is super, super wild. Credit spent 120. How many cards did access? 30 unique cards. Saw 5 points. What a game. Yeah, thanks. That was mostly the deck, not me. Deck being kind. Yeah, so like all the agendas are in the bottom. Like there's still 9 points and 9 cards. Yeah, they were coming up there. They were coming up there for sure. Like a Hushuk we lose, probably. Yeah, that's a big number. Yeah, generally on average, if you don't know Netrunner, if you see about 17 cards, you have about a 50% chance of winning. But 30 is wild, like very, very unlucky. 17 to 18 is about where you hit 50% on a conventional deck like this one. So we shouldn't have won that. I take 10, 11 to win basically every time. Didn't run archives? No, he ran archives once. He didn't run archives this time when we overinstalled, but like I think it was such a good read that it was probably not something. This deck is not good. Like, this is the issue. It's like A Teia is not doing anything. There's too much central pressure. Like, imagine that was transfer. Imagine that was like a Chesva and a criminal runner. They had a twinning. Like, it doesn't make sense. The amount of central pressure runners put off versus what you have to do. If you're not doing something like beyond messed up in a remote server, like you don't have a game. I don't know what to do. Yeah, he ran archives once, like a couple turns ago. He ran archives. So he did see a bunch of those numbers are inflated a bit. Please tell people it's good so I can beat this easily on the weekend. You think people are going to sleeve up this A Teia on the weekend? Soulmare, I'm glad to hear that you're playing. Like, I don't even know what to do with it to make it. Oh, it's already midnight? It's 11:50? This game was 46 minutes? Look, all A Teia needs is to have like a Wampo reclamation like this game. Putting your things on the bottom and wait. I was really convinced, Ron, that you would wait and then just run the remote server. Because you can no, maybe not. I don't know if you can get in. I can't believe you played the second Hush. Like, we set up the double tattoo. I was so happy about it. And I guess you need to play double Hush. I can't do it. Yeah, at this point you can't. The remote server, by the way, it's a Mitra. It's not. We don't have a Teia's, or sorry, Anoetics. But yeah, Fly Swatter would have been good. Samat was the last card in the deck. Fortunately, we didn't shuffle the deck once. Maybe if you don't oversell the second tattoo and let me pull all four of them back. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely burn tools for sure. But the double Hush makes sense if you have no breakers. Like, you have a lot of problems in the meta if you don't play breakers. Good game. That was weird. Super, super weird. Really weird. Cool. All right, it's 11:50. That's going to be it for us tonight. Again, this weekend, if you are not playing and if you're watching, there is the big old tournament going on. Again, it'll be streamed on Axu Netrunner, link in the description, and we'll be streaming a bunch of it here too. Wouldn't he do the same thing to Samaka's tattoo? Yeah, he needs, exactly. He needs MGC. How's it going? He would need Hush on top of the breaker, the what's it called? The Slab Vandal. But if there's so many ice on the server that he needs like 2 breaker solutions, we can eventually tax him out. Right? Like, you can't be Samak Hush, Samak tattoo super easily. In fact, it's probably impossible without expending a lot of resources. So it's just like another card that if we drew, we were in a happy spot. It forces out stuff. It's also the sort of thing where like if he installs both of those on it, we have a window to trash, right? Like, we had a couple times where we could have trashed an ice that had 2 Trojans on them. I think we got Mitra to trash some Trojans, but like having to put 2 on one and then end your turn is a liability. Thanks for a really good game. So that was the game says no. Yeah, that was totally just on the game saying no to you for sure. Good game, by the way. Cool. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll be back on the weekend doing some commentary. Again, we'll be streaming a bit of this on the channel for sure. It'll be the later rounds. So if in the evening in most places, or in the morning in some other places. Huge thank you to all these names here and more that support the Metropole Grid. So we can do content like this, streaming, traveling, all this sort of video stuff. What's the next plan? Do we have planned content? I don't know if we do. It's been a while since we filmed video content of like tabletop play, and that bothers me. We should really get to that at some point soon. I need to bring a camera out to locals or something like that. Maybe I can make that make sense. Thanks so much for hanging out. Again, all these names here and more support the channel. Also, shout out to all our daily cast patrons that also support a heck of a lot. If you want to support the channel, you can find a link in the description. Any amount of contribution like greatly does help make this stuff happen. That's for sure. And also, if you just want to leave a like on the VOD, like on YouTube, that does help a heck of a lot. YouTube numbers have changed recently. I don't know if you know of this or you've seen this, but like the numbers and recommendation over the last month or so for a lot of channels has just fallen a bit. But that's just how YouTube is. As long as we're having a good time, I think that's what's the most important. Otherwise, best of luck on the weekend if you're out there playing or casting or watching, and we'll be on the Saturday and the Sunday. Otherwise, we'll be back next Thursday. Thanks so much for hanging out, y'all. We'll see you in the next one.